Hey, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the streaming sofa with yours truly. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope the weekend is treating you all right. We are getting into it here. At long last, a long week. God, a long week. I've had so much going on basically every night this week. I realize now that of the things that I had going on, 3 of them were streams. But I count that as having stuff to do. And then I had dinner with friends last night, had a friend visiting in from town. That went late. And then started today, actually. I've talked about it before. I am subbing in our theater, our children's theater program. I am acting as second adult, basically to be there to just help facilitate and keep things going. So I spent today actually helping guide someone, helping guide our student through a script, guiding them from start to finish of a series of lines and a series of actions and cues that they had to take. And appropriately enough, that is what we are now going to do here, except this time I find myself back in the student chair, because with me yet again is my faithful navigator. Please say hello, everyone, one more time. It's our friend Valeno Vero here. Hello, hello, hello.
Where are we?
We're here.
Oh.
We're here.
Oh, it's still Vegas.
We're back on the streaming sofa. We're back in Vegas. We're still hanging out in here. And
you still have over half the game to go.
We still have over half a game to go.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
You know, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to just spend more time together. You, me, chat, and just goof around. Just have a good, fun, not at all infuriating time.
I mean, we could just fire up Michigan Report from Hell.
That is genuinely on the backlog. That is that is genuinely on.
No,
there.
I do see it there. I do see it there.
Yeah. Once again, Valeno is receiving a completely unfiltered source view of my desktop, which is.
I figured out that his name is PS2. He's been lying to you the entire time.
That's me. My name is PS2 Nightly.
PS2 ISO, I think.
Well, if you were here a couple weeks ago, yes, it's actually been 2 full weeks.
Oh yeah.
We started a playthrough of Mega Man 8 here with Valeno acting as my navigator and guide, which is to say he pulled up a walkthrough and every 10 to 15 minutes or so kind of like checked in to see what I was doing.
And it was still dying.
And meanwhile, I was doing a very bad job at playing the video game.
But you're all used to that.
Yeah, anyone who's been watching me for any amount of time knows that I do not claim to be any sort of like hyper skilled speedrunning type gamer, and today will be no exception. We're going to be dropping in right where we left off last time, so we are roughly halfway through the main bosses. We're not halfway through the game. We are only halfway through the actual just the general sets of stages. with I would say some significant some distance to go. I don't know what the back half of this game looks like once we get past all the regular Mavericks in this game. I don't even know what they're called. In this one,
I think they're just depressed.
Yeah, well, that's going around. Now, before we started, I wanted to give you, Valeno, I wanted to give you just a real quick run through of what I have done since last stream to get myself prepared for this in terms of like more practice, more preparation, and that kind of thing. Sound good?
Yep. Go.
Cool. All right. So what about you? What have you done?
That. Just that.
So as you can see, we're well prepared for this. Really, there's nothing to be worried about at all. Yeah, I guys, I haven't touched the game. I haven't loaded it. I haven't done anything at all. I have done absolutely jack shit to better myself. Other
Here's
than
the good part, though.
Yeah,
that would mean it's exactly the same as last time.
True.
So you're entering the back half of the game with having learned nothing from the first half of the game.
Yep.
And considering the way that the last stream went, I don't think that's going to change anything.
Yeah,
so.
and that's exactly what the people want is a flat line experience. They want.
Although let's be real here, though. Like, I think when it comes to your genuine skill in games, it is the fact that you don't give up. And you pick some good ones. Like this, Mega Man X8, which you picked. And you set this all up. So
I don't think that's entirely true. It takes two to tango.
It was kind of like your idea to like listen to me. So
I'll grant you that, but it doesn't mean I'm willing to take credit for it.
I mean,
the more of this I can blame on you, the better I'm going to feel about it.
I'll be real here, though. There's actually one more game that I can think of that I can do this with.
Okay.
And I'm
Michigan Report
100%. What?
Michigan Report from Hell?
No. Okay. It would have to be one that I played.
Oh.
And I have not played Michigan Report from Hell.
Okay.
Actually, I would love to do that. Well, I've only seen like bits and pieces of it. It seems like a good time.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous in the best way imaginable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just from what little I've seen. But I genuinely one more game that I want to do this with. Have you heard of the game Draken?
Yes.
On the Super Nintendo.
Maybe. I could be thinking Drakengard. Like there's part of my brain that wants to
might be thinking Drakengard.
Let's see. SNES Draken.
Oh, I can actually see.
Oh, you can actually see me do this.
Okay.
Oh boy.
We're doing this. I'm not giving you a choice.
No,
I'm not giving you a choice.
Hang on. Okay. Hang on, chat. I need to let me show you. Let me show you what Valeno is presenting as an idea.
You know what's crazy? There's a Steam version of this. You could literally just buy this for $2.99 on Steam. I don't even know what it's gonna give you. But you can buy this game.
That's a good upscale on that picture. Thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, great. Love that. Yeah, manually zoom that in. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a little better there. But no, never mind. $7.99 on Steam.
Oh, the sequel.
The sequel is also $7.99.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I actually. You know what? I'm straight up gonna buy the sequel. I love the sequel to this game as well. It's a completely different game with completely different graphics that has nothing to do with this. But
perfect.
It's the sequel.
The perfect kind of sequel.
Absolutely.
How? Listen. Okay.
We're doing it.
No. Listen. Here's the thing.
It's not an RPG. Not very long.
That seems like a lie. I'm looking at the words MP and HP right here.
An RPG would imply that you had any control of what's going on the screen there. So let's be real here on the definition of what an RPG is.
Yeah.
This is an experience.
I am seeing, oh God, it's one of these.
Not as much as you'd think it is. Because a lot of that does not matter.
Oh my God. Okay, here's the difference though. Here's the difference is that you being here for this game is specifically because you have experience with Mega Man. You know this game. you can give me advice even though you refuse to. That's still like, it's still potential is there, like on the table. I don't know. This is the first time I've seen a pixel of this game, and you are now asking me to sit in and provide commentary
so much better
on a genre of game that I never engage with.
We get to read the lovely dialogue of the game. We get to experience the wonders that this game has to offer. I think personally, it would be a hit.
For some reason, this link is purple, which means I have clicked on this at some time in my life.
You might have seen a little example of what the gameplay is like.
Oh, man.
It's a 3D game. You're moving out through the...
I will say graphically, that is pretty impressive.
Oh, see, look at that.
Okay.
I told you.
Okay.
That would imply that you have any control of what's going on screen. They just walk forward and do things.
That looked very autonomous.
You literally, like, you can maybe make suggestions.
Wait a minute. There's a point here where he's like, where the player is like moving between these between these icons, but it didn't seem to actually affect anything.
You can equip things during the battle and stuff, I guess. But other than that, it's like you basically walk up and they just do whatever.
Look at these chunky ass Mode 7 graphics.
Yeah. I don't know if you're like displaying that on stream or what, but
I am showing this on stream now.
Okay. Yeah. That I think this is because I was nearly 7 at the time. Perfect game. 100%.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're doing it tomorrow. We're doing it
we are
tomorrow.
Absolutely not. I have plans doing anything else.
Yeah, no, I also am going to be filing my nails tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to make it, but we can plan it for another time.
Oh man, I'm gonna be
genuinely.
I am warning you. I am gonna be insufferable. I am.
Yes. And you know what? I might not even like it anymore. I might not even like it anymore. But I think it's one of the. Okay, here's why this game is important to me.
Sure.
Because again, it was the first one. I mean, it literally could have been anything. And it was that. But part of the reason why I enjoyed that it was that is because it was something that I was able to take to other genres in my head of thinking like, okay, well, this is like Draken in a way, because there's characters moving around on the screen and just you like run around, you level up. I mean, it's really like Draken.
There are graphics, there are words sometimes.
And you know what, frankly, the one-to-one comparison, I don't think you've played much Final Fantasy in your life. But
I have Final Fantasy 8 is 8 and 15 are the only ones that I have actually played all the way through.
Okay, so here's my question. Would you rather me sit by while you play this or Final Fantasy 12?
If the option is me playing Final Fantasy 12, I'm going to pick anything else.
Okay.
I have bad news. I did not like Final Fantasy 12. I tried playing it.
To me, these two games are exactly the same.
You mean you mean Draken and Final Fantasy, not Mega Man, not Mega Man X8.
Final Fantasy 12 okay. Are exactly the same.
Okay. Interesting.
The Final Fantasy 12 is actually really good, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It didn't do it for me. I have oh god, I mean
do you have an issue with Van?
Let's say
you have an issue ignoring the main character that you're supposed to ignore. It's actually not the main character that they switched last minute.
Let's say I have a certain aversion to the stylistic storytelling choices of the Final Fantasy series, let's say from the PS2 up through 13. That particular brand of let's say protagonist energy does not work with me. I find whatever, fuck it.
The brooding ones better.
I'll stop coding it. I find those games annoying. I do. I find the characters. I find that very like over the top, plucky, very like cornily delivered dialogue. And I know it's clunky in those games for a whole bunch of different reasons. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't work on me. I feel the same way about like the Kingdom Hearts games and everything like that. That whole PS2 era of Final Fantasy and its ilk, like all of it is just kind of like it. I find it all very grating. It is. Yeah, it really.
I could see
work
that.
on me.
I could definitely hear that opinion and understand it.
Yeah.
I do think it was more like what kind of felt like was happening is they did the like they did like the duo of very brooding characters that were kind of popular, and I feel like they wanted to sort of take that back with 9, and then they just sort of like kept going upwards with Tidus and 10, and then 11's an MMO. We skipped that. Van, they were so close. That's the most annoying part to me. Is like it was gonna be Bash, but they decided against it. They could have had like one of their more mature main characters who was actually central to the plot, and everything would have been fine. But they went, well, we'll just put this guy in here.
We'll put this guy who basically looks like the last guy.
Yeah. I will admit that decision is always one that will somewhat rub me the wrong way. But I mean, I honestly just like that game mechanically and like the music and the battle system. But literally, it is just the battle system that reminds me of Draken, because it's people milling around hitting stuff.
Right.
And maybe you get a lot of control over it in 12, which I do like. But I think the fact that you just run up and start punching stuff in Draken is the funniest thing ever.
I will say that a thing about the Final Fantasy games is I actually have enjoyed the battle system kind of in all of them. Which is funny because usually it's kind of the other way around for me in terms of how long I'll stick with the game, where it's like if the story's kind of whatever but the gameplay is really solid, then I'll stick with it because I'm there to play the game, right? But because those games are so dependent upon like they are telling the 60-hour long story or whatever, it becomes more and more difficult for me to actually like sit with those characters for that long. Like I don't know if I've had this conversation with you, but I've definitely talked before about like Final Fantasy 13 is one where I love that combat system. I think that very kind of like weird like rhythm game kind of is how it like plays out, at least for me. I think is really neat and offers a very different type of like tempo and rhythm to how like typical like turn-based battles play out. But I can't stand those characters. I can't.
What, you don't like Snow?
Snow is the only one who was kind of like, well, at least he's just like himbo coded, whatever.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy. But everyone else.
And then Hope is
Hope. But Hope is the one that turns.
Hope starts dragging things down.
Hope is the worst. Hope is the worst one for me because it's just. I don't like stories that are built upon it's built upon characters not sharing information with each other.
Yeah.
Whenever someone says the line like "let me explain" and the other character says no and storms off, I'm just like, well, fuck this, because because your plot is now being arbitrarily controlled by a need for conflict, and so you are shoving one in versus a conflict that could arise still from those characters talking about the situation and coming away from it with different perspectives. But because we don't get that conversation, we just get a bunch of people who are just angry at each other for dumb reasons.
Sometimes you will get like, you could have 2 words exchanged between a character and cut down an hours long like gameplay section
Yes.
where they have to pretend to be angry at each other for a long amount of time when we don't even really know the characters long enough to have earned them being angry being significant. So it's like, it's just this weird thing where you're seeing all these emotions on these characters who just met each other.
Right.
And it's like,
Well,
usually people are more careful when they meet each other to like try and clear things up.
Yes. And in the
before
case
things
of
get
like,
worse.
in the case of like Hope, like his whole reasoning for hating Snow is also like built on like bad faith, because like he's mad because he thinks Snow got his mother killed.
Yeah.
Except we are shown as an audience that Hope also sees like his mom
It's like,
volunteered to fight, Snow making a serious his own life-threatening attempt to rescue her. And then Hope is just mad that Snow isn't as sad about Hope's mom dying as he is, which is, of course, he wouldn't be, because like that's an insane thing to ask of someone else. so they just spend the whole game mad at each other, and then we get like 20 hours in, and they finally, the way that they finally like wrap that up is by meeting. Is it Hope's dad? I think they end up back at his place.
I think so.
And it's like, here's what happened. Oh, that's what happened? Yeah, that's what happened, kid. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Now we're best friends. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
and then as soon, and like,
and it felt like that whole thing could have happened immediately.
it could have happened immediately.
And then that they could have been like buddies because of some weird thing. Like, have you ever started off not liking somebody and then you end up friends?
Sure.
Okay,
Don't ask
so
me to
that's
give
what this
specifics.
stream is about. But no, we just made the exact same joke. But
I walked right into that. Well done.
Still, genuinely though, I feel like this has happened like with a lot of people where some weird thing will happen, you end up talking it out, and then you just keep talking forever.
Right.
Like, that is a more realistic thing to tackle in an RPG that is about people's emotions towards each other.
Exactly. Yes. And because an RPG is one of those genres where it is understood you're going to spend a lot of time with these characters, and you're going to understand.
You spend 3 games with these characters.
Yeah.
3 whole games. Like,
yeah.
They're not all there by the end of it. Like,
Right.
Hope's really actually not in the 3rd one at all. Well,
in Lightning Returns?
Well, in Lightning Returns, he was like a fake version of himself.
He's like, oh,
because
okay.
Because I think I don't even know what happened to him.
I played,
but yeah, it's weird.
I played a bit of Lightning Returns, and what's funny is that in the case of Lightning Returns, it was kind of the same thing where it's just like, oh, what an interesting idea for a world, for like a big transformative event for a world where basically no one is capable of feeling emotions. And then about 15 hours in, I realized that meant that that was like, oh wow, these actually are not very interesting characters to watch because they aren't expressing themselves with any levels at all. There's no energy in their delivery.
It's like, what if we turned everyone into lightning from the first game?
Exactly. And then,
like, but
also
so
lightning
crazy.
is even more lightning than she was in the first one.
Yeah,
like,
it's so weird. Man, the decision making of the entire game's story is so bizarre. But
and that's why I know a lot of people come down on Final Fantasy VIII about like Squall being like this brooding whatever guy who's like too tough for his own good or whatever. But
keep in mind, I've not gotten very far in that game at all. So it's like, I don't know what that amounts to.
Yeah.
Whatever I played through, I felt like there were what little I saw was them sort of flashing back to another character. I don't know what that character's relationship to anything is,
Yeah,
or anything about the story.
I'm not a fan
But
of the flashback
obviously,
stuff.
yeah, they're probably going to bring around some connection between the two characters, and it's going to mean something, whatever, yada
Right.
yada yada. But I feel like he was that way to balance out the fact that you're, somewhat also focusing on this other character in the past.
Yes.
I feel like that is literally part of the point of why he is the way he is.
Yeah, it's a combination of that. It is bouncing him out against even your own party.
Yeah.
Because Zell is
Yeah.
like super, please no pun intended, like he's super like overzealous about everything and really crazy
Selfies.
about stuff.
Yeah. God, these names.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
listen, there are plenty of things that you can criticize Final Fantasy VIII's story about. There is a reveal that happens towards that begins the third act that's total garbage. It's like this is
believe you.
This is stupid as hell and actually hurts the story more than it helps it.
Literally, my experience of these games is probably going to be watching that one time that Connor and Mouse played, like months and months ago,
Yeah.
like half drowsy in bed or something.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen.
That's how I experienced Final Fantasy X, was watching Nyan and Nathal play through it, which is as much as I can, which is really the only way I can kind of like stomach it, because it's like, because at least their commentary is kind of on top of it, to go through it. But I want to make one final thing about Squall, though, is that because people dismiss him as like this very like broody guy or whatever, people forget the part where you spend the game with Squall and his thoughts.
Yes.
For the whole game. So he is constantly in his internal monologue talking about how much his friends mean to him and how much he wants to believe in everybody, how much he wants to believe in himself and everything, and cannot express that outwardly out of fear of loss or weakness or whatever, which I understand that is a very like teenage kind of angsty thing.
Yeah.
But he's not two-dimensional. Like you see him, you see like the cracks start to show in that. Like that is his character arc. Like that is the problem, is that people, it's just like, he's so angsty. It's like, yeah, but not by the end of the game. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he's basically only one-dimensional if you cannot read. Like, if you are unable to read what's happening on the screen, then of course he's one-dimensional, because you haven't really figured out what is trying to be conveyed through the fact that he's thinking but not saying.
Right.
And my goodness, do I relate to that.
Totally.
Like, it's just one of those things where it's not even bottling up emotion. Sometimes it's just like you don't want to say anything because you don't want anything bad to happen.
Right. Exactly. And
so you just get paralyzed by that kind of a fear, and then you end up miscommunicating, and then suddenly you're Hope and Snow trying to kill each other.
Right,
like,
exactly. And which is again like another thing that I like about 8 is that his friends don't do that to him.
Yeah.
They don't
assume
they don't assume that
that
he's an asshole. They don't assume that he means bad by them. They know he's bad at expressing himself.
Yeah.
And they still accept him and still consider him like their leader and everything. Like they have a lot of respect and love for each other, which is like such a healthier
Yeah.
such a healthier dynamic to have within your party, because you can still then have the moments of like, oh, for fuck's sake, Squall, will you just stop brooding and help us in this one moment, kind of a thing. And he'll kind of like snap out of it and it's like, yes, okay, let's go. Yeah. I'd rather 100 moments of that instead of we just never talk to each other because we're just angry all the time.
Yeah. And here's part of the weird thing is 13's story kind of fits like that. And here's why. They literally just met each other. They don't know a single thing about each other. And you know what? I guess the fact that it sort of plays out like a weird shit show where nobody knows how to communicate with each other. It's an interesting starting point,
Right.
but it doesn't.
It lingers in it for too long.
By the end.
Oh, sure.
Like,
yeah.
There's no point. Well, there's no point where they all come together and start understanding each other. The only people who seem to even know each other remotely are Fang and Vanille, and that's like.
And that's the only. And that's. And
you know, they only really. I don't know if they know each other or not.
Well, and Lightning knows Snow because Snow and
Sarah,
yeah, Lightning's sister, were a thing. So like, there's their dynamic.
But he never.
But
she never liked him.
But she never liked him. So like,
Yeah.
well, then there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, there's like nothing there, and then she doesn't really like say why.
Yeah.
Either.
And I
mean, I get it.
I just remember.
But she doesn't say why.
I just remember.
That was funny.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. She punches him, and then I guess that awakens. Fucking. Oh, I can't remember the name of the summon, but. I just remember that they do this thing, and it was actually the point where, because I tried to play through it again maybe 4 or so years ago, and I remember I was like, okay, I'm gonna force myself through this. I know that I know that the story is gonna just be like just one big slog, but it's gotta turn around eventually for these characters. They're gonna start liking each other, and it's gonna make sense. And so we get that moment where Snow and Hope kind of reconcile, and it's like, okay, cool, we can now move forward with the story. And like the next scene is Zaz, and is it Vanille that he's traveling with?
I think.
And discovering that she is a member of whatever other race or religion or whatever thing. And and now they hate each other because of that. And it's like, it's like, God damn it. It's like, no, stop, stop it. Why would either of these characters be angry about this in this moment when they have been traveling exclusively by themselves for the entire length of this game? There's never been a question of each other's trust in each other. And now all of a sudden, it's just kind of like, we're doing the Waka thing again now. Like, it's just like, oh, God damn it. It's like, as soon as one character arc like bridged a gap, then they had to like artificially make more conflict over here. And it's just like, oh, okay, I have to stop.
It's so
it's a soap opera.
I mean,
it's a soap opera.
Like, ultimately, their version of storytelling is like, it's really, really interesting for sure.
Average Hanzo, welcome, has an interesting take. Maybe hate is just a central theme of FF13, both in game and between player and the game. It's meta.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, the battle system represents what you do through the dialogue. You mash A.
Yeah.
You win.
You mash A, you hit the right trigger. You
Yeah.
shift. It's all about shifting the paradigm, man. You gotta shift the paradigm with each other.
And all of the characters just shift paradigms randomly to hating each other or to not hating each other. So it's just it's all tied together.
Never to like each other. It's either hate or or withstand.
Yeah, defend.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of defense,
Sure.
did you play 13-2?
No.
Don't. I've tried 3 separate times. That game is trash. Just play 13-3 or whatever.
So Lightning Returns.
Just play Lightning Returns and watch a summary of 2. Because I don't feel like it's unplayable. Just something about it weirds me out. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
I actually tried, this was now even further long ago, where I decided, when the first time I made the decision, I was like, I'm going to give 13 a try again. I'm going to find a copy of it because I didn't have one. And at the time I only had a PS3. So I found a deal through some seller. It was like an eBay equivalent, but for used games.
Yeah.
And for 13. And I was like, great, send it to me. And they sent it to me, and there were 2 discs inside of it. And I was like, oh shit, did they actually just go ahead and just bundle in like 13 and 13 too? Cool. No. I got 2 copies of 13 too.
Oh no.
So I had to order another. So I have on PS3, I have a copy of 13, 2 copies of 13-2, and I think 1 copy of Lightning Returns. So if anybody out there needs a PS3 copy of Final Fantasy 13-2 on PS3,
why would you even finish that sentence?
Because I need to get rid of it.
Why would you even finish that sentence? You know nobody needs that.
Yeah, I suppose need is probably giving it too much weight. If anybody wants it, if anybody has a curiosity for it,
yeah, if anybody could possibly stand to have one of these, then sure. If it's the last thing in your collection of every single Final Fantasy, and that's the one you're missing.
Yeah, if you have run out of video games,
yeah,
you know,
if every other thing,
if you've played all of them, if you
including
have
Draken, which we're playing tomorrow.
That's right, tune in tomorrow on Valeno's channel. He'll be playing Draken alone.
What's this about my channel?
We're not playing on my channel. Fuck off.
No, there's no way.
No.
Dragon View is genuinely good though. It's just only because it's completely different from Dragon.
Fucking let's look it up. Let's see. Let's see what that looks like.
Look at it. Because
you're so
for some reason
sure of it.
they were like what if we made a sequel but everything about it was completely different? It's like a competent game.
Stand
for
by.
Some reason.
Stand by, chat. I'm gonna send you over here. Here we go. Oh god, where's OBS? Where'd it go? There we go.
Someone going to be talking during this gameplay.
I haven't muted. I haven't muted.
Okay.
How old is this? 4 years ago. This is fine. This is free use.
Oh, wait, somebody actually streamed this? That's
someone streamed
crazy.
this.
See?
Well, this is weird because this is like a video game.
Yeah, no, this is like real. It's like real. It's like they made like things for it and put stuff in it.
It looks like you have like actual control of your character, so that's a pretty big change. Let's jump ahead.
There's literally nothing about it that's like it's genuinely just like a cool JRPG.
It's straight up an action game. It is straight up an action RPG.
It's actually really cool. I think this is one of the best on the Super Nintendo. However, nobody's gonna play it or know what it is because it's like I'm very glad they didn't call it Draken 2.
Duke Donuts did.
Duke Donuts did. Thank goodness.
Be the next Duke Donuts. Be the Duke Donuts you want to be in the world.
I don't. It's so funny though because, like, you saw Draken, right?
I did.
Like you just saw it.
I did.
So what about this? It's like that. You can like stab up and stuff. It's crazy.
Well,
you got like enemies with patterns. You got all this stuff. You got bosses. You got items.
You got sword energy in a chest.
Yeah. You got the He-Man poses.
Look, this is okay. Let's do this. You play the first one, and I'll be there, and I'll do the commentary, and then I'll play this one, and you can be here and do the commentary.
You're not going to finish this.
How's that?
I'm just going to be honest with you. This game's too long for you. You're not going to finish it. You're not going to do part. Like, look at it. This stream is 6 hours.
6 hours. Part one. How?
You're not going to stream this. You know. We've had this conversation.
Let's see how long it goes. Hey, you're talking to the guy who he needed 5 or 6 streams to play fucking Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? You're probably gonna need a 3rd stream for X8 because we haven't started
yet. It's already almost 6 o'clock. Oh, I can't find. Oh God,
It was 4 years ago.
Well,
guy streams a lot.
He is prolific. At least up
About
until 4 months ago.
But no, I mean, if you're looking at how long to beat it, like I'm pretty sure that one took me a long time. Oh,
how far along? Oh, well.
Well, let's check that out. Shall we boot up the game?
Well, yeah, a perfect segue. You will see as we load up the save file here exactly how far we got.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder: the last stream. The last stream. I'm pulling this up on the side here because I uploaded the VOD onto my YouTube channel. The last stream was 3.5 hours. And that was with us playing about half an hour of Mega Man X7 just for illustrative purposes. So in 3-ish hours, this is, you're about to see here how far we made it.
I kind of do like the presentation of this better.
Presentation of?
Me being 2D for this.
Yeah, I think it works nicely.
Yeah. Honestly.
It certainly fits within the aesthetic of the game itself as well.
Yeah. And I'm just a talking head in the corner.
Yeah.
Just like you.
I can press start to dismiss you at any time.
Yeah. You just hit no navigation, I will go take a nap.
You can't take naps. We found that out when you said you were going to take one before stream.
Nah, I would have had to have started that like a couple hours earlier. I needed to eat though.
So here we are. In 2 hours and 34 minutes of playtime, we are 13% complete. We are.
And that's never going to be 100, by the way.
That's never going to be 100. Can never be 100. Well, I assume 100 probably includes like all like the chip upgrades and everything in there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, my goodness,
we're not grinding.
If you ever
we're not grinding that
replay a single stage of this, I would put money on that. No, you're not going back.
No. All right. As I recall, everything was too expensive to buy.
Almost as if you didn't pick up enough.
Almost as
extras
if there wasn't enough
in the stages.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just trying to survive. Do you want to know which stage to go to next? By the way, this next one isn't the stage.
Okay, this one isn't the grinding for chips.
Yeah, me too. I was there looking up every secret because this was the era which I was more comfortable looking up stuff after the game. Otherwise, I was just trying to find it myself.
New generation Reploids resistant to viruses is their copy chip. The copy chip can actually change a Reploid's DNA.
Oh, we're getting story.
Did you examine my data?
I don't fucking remember anything that happened. I remember there was a wall of Sigmas.
Yeah, wall of Sigmas.
And there was
they used the copy chip to turn into Sigma to survive a crash.
Right.
Because they're a new generation Reploids.
Right.
Axel is a new generation Reploids. In case you missed the story of X7.
For whatever reason.
Just for any particular reason.
For somehow you didn't find yourself engaging with that game for beyond the intro stage.
Yes, I compared your data to the copy chips in new generation Reploids. I found something very interesting.
And I remember that the Sigmas are being led by a character that looks like they came out of Sonic Frontiers.
Yep.
The data embedded in
That's Lumine.
That's right, Lumine, yes.
Sigma. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't worry me.
Are we going to be finding out that Sigma is also a new generation Reploid?
That'd be ridiculous. That could never be the case.
You don't know what that means. Anyway, what stage?
Where are we heading?
This would be the lower left.
Oh boy, the two worst stages are still
Hanzo
ahead
knows.
of it.
Hanzo knows. Hanzo knows.
Okay.
Hanzo knows. Told you.
Where-
I was not actually bluffing about the two stages.
I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
Were. Which one are we
But
heading
no.
to? I'm sorry, I missed.
Metal Valley.
Metal Valley.
is the one.
All right.
Work together.
And then,
Let's do
well,
it.
you know what? You'll figure it out.
I bet I will.
Mm-hmm.
Through hell or high water, no one bashes their head against a wall in a video game the way that I do. Trilobite, those things are resilient as fuck. I'm never gonna beat one of those.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to.
Okay, so we're starting right away with
Nah,
chaos.
just don't try and fight it. I mean, you could, but
Nah,
just
it's fine.
but yes, this is the appreciating Axel game because genuinely, he does make so many stages so much easier.
I definitely turned a corner with him in during last stream.
Yeah.
Although, oh
You
god, I need to
practically have
remember. I need to remember what the controls are. How do I switch characters? I wonder. There we go.
Yeah. But no. Obviously, there's daunting things about every stage.
Oh, I see a thing that
but-
Mega Man can get. Too bad I didn't bring him into the stage again.
Yeah. That was the background. Good try that.
Thanks. Oh, look at me! Oh shit! Look at me! Fuck! Hit him again! Hit him again! Hit him again!
Your turn. Here I come.
The lever's on cooldown, silly.
Yeah, just like a real lever.
And yes, that was him stomping to get you off the wall. They get clever in these.
Oh, I can't remember what the button for the dual attack is.
Well, you don't have enough juice for that
Oh,
either. so
yeah. All right.
That would be why it wasn't working if you were trying something.
Yep. Oh, okay.
He's really doing those anti-airs on you, huh?
He really is. And I really do not seem to be able to do damage to him. All right, cool. This is fun and easy to understand.
Yeah. I mean, you did the right thing the first time. It really is just about,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I got
mean-
so I got confused by the fact that it like resets back to
Give me a hand. Got this one.
its first position so quickly.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
You just have to wait for it to go
To actually
back.
get all
and
the way
then-
back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
all right.
more about avoiding his attacks than
Yeah.
continually jumping into them.
Fuck me.
And no, he does. He knows you're about to do that whenever you
I'll take care of it.
do. It's frustrating, but you only need 3 of those. He's not interested anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's
Might wanna
good.
chase
You know what I
after
mean?
him, though.
Because neither am I. So we
Yeah,
have
you
that
might
in
want to
common.
chase after him though.
Oh, what the? Oh my god.
I mean, that's not a timed thing, really.
Okay.
But now more of the stage opens up, and the stuff that he destroyed, you can go back and,
I see.
well, except that,
Right. Well. Just trudging along.
I love that walk cycle. He's really going places. Any minute now. This is like an export mission.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Whatever an anti-escort mission is.
He's just leaving annoying enemies in his wake.
Wow, we're really going all the way back to the beginning, aren't we? Huh? We're really doing this.
No, he's gonna walk you back to the X1 intro stage.
We're gonna go back through the history of Mega Man.
Yeah, he's really getting it back there. As you can tell, they love that stage. Careful there, though. Those are not decorative.
Can I?
Unless? I still love how everybody else in the background is just milling around.
Yeah,
Like they're just
fully unaffected
like
by
this
this.
Completely normal. Well, they're just doing construction
no,
back there.
Yeah, I don't know. Rico's doing his slow walk thing again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and honestly,
Can't just walk through a door.
nope. Once you find out the meaning of this, you'll be very impressed. You know, I think he's actually one of the only bosses in like the entire series that does this.
Who does like a mid-level taunt? I've never encountered something like this.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the voice lines that's the boss doing that.
Yeah. I didn't think Axel was yelling at himself about this.
Yeah, no, he's just saying stupid at himself. I mean, I get it, but
Pile of junk.
yeah, no, literally that was just him being like, oh,
Just being an
he
asshole.
got in. I'm gonna attack him.
What a dick.
Yeah, like why didn't anybody else think of that?
There's an idea.
Like,
what if we
God,
killed him
he's in.
earlier?
He's in. let's try and kill him. Anyway, I guess you're sensing a theme already.
Yeah.
Now, this is probably one of the only like faux 3D kind of sections of the game, but it's still completely 2D.
Yeah, they're still doing the kind of like Tomba pandemonium thing.
Those are 2 words.
Yeah, yeah, that won't mean anything to you if you weren't a PlayStation kid.
Nope.
Although, this also won't be for you, but I guess for my chat, I saw. I don't know if anybody watched the. I don't know if maybe you watched it either, Valeno. Did you watch the limited run games presentation that was a few days ago, like earlier this week?
Possibly. May have watched somebody who watched it or something like that.
Yeah. So we knew that they were going to be doing a re-release of Tomba on PC, but they're releasing. Oh.
Realize that the ore we mine here is used in space development?
Did you?
I didn't. I was unaware.
Answer him.
They're also releasing Tomba 2, which is very exciting.
Okay.
All right.
Let me guess. Sigma ordered you to dig it up for him, right? A pile of junk prototypes such as yourself dares to place judgment on my master?
I am very much enjoying his delivery.
You're the one with poor judgment, Trilobite, getting fooled and used by Sigma.
He's
Our
pretty
brand
keyed
new
up.
world will soon be born. Fools like you from the old world will fall.
I also wasn't expecting this to be the boss room. I feel like we got here pretty quick.
Yeah, no, this is a really fast one. Mercifully. After what you're about to experience. Yeah, well.
Ah!
Oh,
Whoa! Why? But why?
I couldn't tell you. There's also no way that you know how to use the skill for him, so you might want to look that up.
Yeah. God, I don't know which one of these we got most recently.
Try anything.
Thanks, navigator.
Hey, you're the one who keeps selecting no navigation. I will help as soon as
You'll help as soon as I have someone else also here saying things in my ear. Great.
Hey, get me layer and I'll talk.
I want you helping me, not flirting with the other PNG on the screen.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Press the special weapon while grounded to attack barrier protected foes. Okay, well, he has a barrier. I did see that. So that might be the move. Or there's also this one where we do like a ground pound. All right.
Well, I mean, somebody else was like jumping over and you already used that one as a... Oh, yeah, okay, it is that one.
I'm going to die.
Although, he just said he won't lose. Come on.
It's fine. I came into there with like super low health and everything anyway, so this is going to be a chance to do a proper attempt here.
But frankly, I mean, if you had to redo this from the beginning, you could do it with your eyes closed. Like, come on.
Yeah.
This is the easiest stage in the game.
Yeah, I mean, half of it is an auto-scroller.
Yeah. And we all know that auto-scrollers are all easy.
Yep.
Right?
Never been a hard auto-scroller in a game ever. Oh, interesting. I 100% thought that Axel just said eat shit.
Imagine. The moment that they cut loose and do like a Mega Man X9, you know they're gonna have them doing that.
Oh, it's gonna be so
funny.
angsty.
It's gonna be wartime. It's gonna be about the Oath Wars. Everyone wants it.
Wrong button.
I would actually be somewhat. I wouldn't be disappointed. But it would feel weird if they make X curse. Just don't do it to X.
No, you can have that can be Zero's purview. There we go.
See, now you kind of see the reason why he was trying to attack you early. He just didn't really have faith.
Because he has nothing else to offer.
Because once you actually get in the room with him, this is what he does. He's like,
"Hey, come on, super armor."
Yeah, no, he's got to rage out first. And
oh, okay, one of
he's
these.
the one who did all that.
It's like a Dark Souls 3 boss. He has to have like one final fucking bullshit phase.
Yeah. I mean, they've all had that, but his is just like the worst. Just like, yeah. No, Zero's cutting up next time. He already kind of did a little bit in the Zero series.
Does he swear more in there?
Yeah.
I think we talked before about how X4 was the first game I ever saw a swear in. It was from Zero.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of just made him like angry in X7, but everyone was angry in X7 because they were playing X7.
Including the players.
Yeah.
It's the Final Fantasy 13-2 of Mega Man games.
Absolutely. Except 13-2 is playable.
Sigma.
I didn't want to do that. I meant to. That was bad menuing. I meant to go back to the lab. But.
Whoever's behind it, they were most certainly after Lumine and the orbital elevator. There are some dark forces at work behind the scenes here. I'll continue my analysis.
I hope you uncover something. By the way, I noticed a Reploid copying Sigma's body back at the orbital elevator.
I forgot that they gave Mega Man an adult voice in this game.
Could that be connected in some way to them going Maverick?
I doubt it. Theoretically, there's no danger in copying others' bodies.
It's a cool thing and everyone should do it.
Yeah.
Conform to everyone else's.
Teenagers in the 90s looking at Paris Hilton.
X,
what?
You fought
Sorry?
Sigma before, so you know how tough their design is.
You think that was the 90s, huh?
2000s.
Okay.
I suppose all I can do now is continue taking care of the Mavericks and collecting data.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I guess so, Mega Man.
I forgot my skinny people from the 2000s. I get them all mixed up. Because it's so weird how the body standards kind of changed for a lot of people, and then now everything's fine. Everything's fine, and nobody has body issues anymore, so it's kind of like it's all cleared up.
I mean, I do genuinely think that things are a lot better.
They're better
now,
than then. My God, they were terrible then.
Like now, because at least now there are communities and avenues and other people like advocating to be like everyone can kind of find their niche. You might have a hard time getting there. You might have a hard time actually finding that community in the first place, but it is there. It does exist. Whereas
that's a search away.
Huh?
Like it's a search away, honestly.
Right, exactly.
Like if there's ways to support whatever you're going through, and back then, usually you would have to like pay for some sort of hotline or get in some sort of like group that you physically had to go to. I think the advent of like actual mental health help online is definitely a difference in the amount of people that were kind of damaged by the idea of beauty standards being so ridiculous back then. It was a time for sure.
Yeah.
And
It was a time.
definitely know a lot of people who went through that.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. We need to delve into this. It ain't that kind of show. But I will say, as someone who like grew up in like the 90s and early aughts, you know, like there were, it would have been nice to have had, let's say, a few more resources and other outlets and avenues to work through some stuff.
Or we could just all watch them not get along in reality TV shows. I mean, I think that would probably be like the better solution.
Yeah, and I think anybody who really gets into reality TV is also really well balanced and adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
The Mole was fire though. Let's be real here. Survivor was pretty good.
You know what? The Mole was good.
The Mole was
good.
awesome.
But the Mole was good because the Mole was a full game.
It was a game. It was a lot more, you know, it was neutral in a lot of ways. Like you could just sort of go into the mindset of like, all right, they're all doing all this stuff. You get into the RP of the show, I guess.
Right. And I think there's something which looking back at it now, like understanding like how like television production and stuff works, like it never would have actually been a threat for it of not to have worked out the way that it did. But at the time, buying into the conceit of like, oh, but what if they figure out like who the mole is when there's supposed to be like 7 more episodes of the show? Like what happens? Which that wouldn't actually like. They would have
then we quietly delete the person
right.
who did it. We have them assassinated.
You're right.
That's what we have happen.
Yeah, I feel like the Mole, and then maybe like the first. Well, you can't really call American Idol like reality TV, not really. But those are like the only 2 shows that I ever gave any sort of time to. Did I tell you I did an episode of reality TV?
No, you did not.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking, but
so
go ahead.
This is all right. What's the next stage? No, fuck it. What's the next stage?
No, go ahead. Tell me. Now, I'm trying to drag this out as long as I can because you're about to endure torture. So
great.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, then
what was this reality?
All right.
TV show
Well, then let me tell you the
around?
story of what was also torturous. So it was for I'm pretty sure the NDA has got to be up by now. But
if it's not, well, they'll just kill you. But go on.
I hope it happens on stream. I want the views. So there was a program on True TV that was all about tow truck drivers. The whole show was about like towing and repossession and paper serving and stuff like that. And it would follow like these same like 3 or 4 people throughout various things. And it was all completely bullshit. It was all completely made up.
Yeah.
Because
As many shows were.
me and 2 other improvisers were the people who were getting towed.
That's so good.
And
I love it when you can just tell people are actors.
Oh yeah.
And they're having to go along with the premise of the show just because it's like,
wow. Because $100 is $100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a gig.
It's a gig. Exactly.
It's just a bunch of gigs.
And we went out to some random spot along the highway. And we were going to set up this whole thing where like one of the guys was like out at a bachelor party, and so he was going to be in his underwear drunk and his car was going to be parked illegally.
Right.
And where the first location we went to, here's like the crazy thing is that I have never so I do videography and I've worked on like small crews and you know like nothing major, but I have experience with like shooting stuff and filming stuff and you know and doing all that. And I have never seen a group of people who are being paid professionally to do this who have less of an idea of what they're actually doing. Because the first place we went to was literally along the side of the freeway, and there were no lights and the noise of the freeway.
Yeah.
And so we went through all of this setup, getting all these things ready, and then like 30 minutes into this, they go like, "Hey, we got to move locations. We can't get clear audio, and we're not able to get enough light to be able to see like this car being parked." So
Wow,
it's like,
who could have
who
predicted that?
could have known? Who could have known? Except for the 3 talent who were standing off to the side, going like, "How are they going to be able to see or hear anything?"
Weird.
So
They're pointing the cameras at the ground. Why aren't they capturing anything?
So we relocated to some parking lot of like a I don't even know. I think it might be one of the community colleges here or something. So private property. And they had me curb my car up on one of the islands, like one of like the parking islands.
Yeah.
They had me put my car up one wheel up onto that thing, and that was the scenario in which it was going to be towed.
Right.
And then one of the other guys,
damage your car?
It didn't. It was okay. But one of the other guys also, I was not allowed to use my real name that night. That night I had to be Jason.
You could pull off a Jason.
I could pull off a Jason. I felt okay about Jason. And had to basically, so me and one other guy, we were supposed to be the friends coming to like rescue him. Who the idea was that we had like intentionally like dropped him off like this, naked and drunk, blackout drunk, with his car curbed. And he was supposed to call us for us to come like try to pick him up or whatever, to try to like talk down the tow truck driver.
Right. Because the tow truck driver would be at fault, not you guys.
Right.
For leaving him out there.
Yeah,
or,
of course.
the drunk driver.
Right. So that meant that the two of us went back into a different car and then just sat like 300 feet away while waiting for them to get all of the coverage, everything they needed to film, with just our third guy and their crew. And we just sat there forever until we finally saw them like wave a light at us. And so we pull up and then we get out of the car and it's like, "Hey man, how's it going? No, things are kind of crazy, huh?"
Whoa.
And the whole thing, it was like a 4-hour long shoot. When it wrapped up, they handed each one of us $100 bill cash and then vanished. Like they threw all their stuff into a van and vanished and just left like the 3 of us just standing in this parking lot.
Did they even air it?
So I have seen the aired episode. The whole thing is chopped down into roughly 37 seconds.
Oh my
God. I think you see like my hand come into frame for half of a second.
So are your voices even on there, or like anything?
Very, very briefly. Very briefly.
I was gonna say, Jamie, roll the clip. No, apparently there's nothing. You got nothing. There's no evidence.
You know what I had
to
do? I had to buy the episode off of iTunes in order to be able to see it. That is how I had to track it down. It came out like a year after we did this.
Still there. Like,
I mean,
no, there's no way.
I mean, True TV. What the fuck was it called? True TV towing show. It wasn't South Beach.
There's no way they told you what it was called, by the way.
They did. It's not South. Stop showing me South Beach. Let's see. Sorry, chat. We're on a full All Worked Up. It was called All Worked Up. Oh my God. All Worked Up Bachelor.
Starring Jason B. The Jason B.
If this episode exists on the internet, that would be completely wild. Oh no, it's already. I think looking up Bachelor. can I just look up True TV all worked up full episodes? Well, someone has uploaded season 3, episode 1.
Thank goodness.
So we got that going for us. I just need to know. There's a bunch of episodes that have been uploaded. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Do you even know which episode
No, I don't.
you're in?
I don't. Not off the top of my head. Shit. There are episode descriptions here that I'm looking at. Let's see.
Ron gets revenge.
Jackie. So this is season 3. It would have been like season 3 or 4, I think.
Control F Jason.
I would not have been referred to by name.
Okay. Gotcha. Right.
Is it who was the actual tow truck driver? Oh man, if I find this. Ron Bobby, Amy Bouncer, Deadbeat Walker, Wannabe Celebrity, Tattoo Artist, Overzealous Fan, Sworn
remember
Lover,
your character?
Bachelorette Party we have. I just need the people on the other side of it. Monster Truck, Cadillac, Angry Bike Manager.
So like all of these are just scenarios made up.
Yes, every single one of these.
That is so funny.
Damn. I can't. This is going to. I'm going to become obsessed with this now.
Lost media hunt.
Tow truck.
Here we go.
Find Tony in the episode of All Worked Up.
Speaking of lost media, in a media of things that you're about to lose at, the next stage would be Gigavolt's Man of War.
All right. Well, then let's do that. I will find this. I will find this, and we will. I will invite you back onto stream to watch it.
Okay.
It won't take very long at all.
And that would be Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Yep. Take whoever.
I'm gonna
Doesn't
keep
even
rolling with
matter.
the Axel Zero
Do it.
combo. It seems to be serving us well. And just for you,
I'll give it a shot.
It's not gonna matter.
did I pick the one stage where it doesn't matter?
It's not gonna matter.
Well, good luck, and then a Kappa. All right, I'm sure this is gonna be fine.
Have fun.
The target is on the move. Chase it down and stop it.
All right, we got our. It's a vehicle stage.
Signs. Drive safely.
Yep. Could have told you that much myself. Drive safely. So, you know that thing that you were talking about with depth perception?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Listen, I just played through Star Fox Adventures. This is what? Worse than that, actually. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the camera does not stop.
Oh,
moving.
Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. You are.
How do I aim? This is the stage.
This is the stage.
You know what's funny? Is that this is more in line with like the typical kind of games that I would play.
Right.
Really, like I like on-rail shooters and such.
Well, you got interesting taste. that's for sure. Because I would not voluntarily subject myself to something like this. By the way, your aim, you don't have it.
Okay, yeah. So that was gonna be my question: was how do I aim?
No.
Okay. All right, I do have a boost to try to like catch up with this with this guy.
Basically, you're trying to catch up with him as best you can, because the only way you're going to hit him is if you're just on him. Just get on him. But you know what? You know, there you go.
Yeah, boost some billboards.
For you. So yes, this is by far the most frustrating stage in the game.
It just kind of goes on like this, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a loop.
Oh yeah, I see the loop has happened. Okay, all right,
we'll slowly just like destroy some more of the signs and stuff, but
the part where the screen flashes a lot is really cool and fun to look at.
Yes. Fine, honestly, great.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fantastic presentation.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, this part is like unacceptable in particular. Zero's dead.
Can I use the dual attack? Can I get close enough to
You're funny.
Thank you. I've been on television.
Yeah, thanks, Jason.
I've been on iTunes television. I've been on third tier reality TV television.
Third is generous. You know that.
Oh boy, do I.
Oh, there it is. He escaped. You weren't fast enough.
Oh, so we're on a limit too, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a good video game you're having me play.
So this is the only thing that really kind of falls in the face of my argument that X8 is a really good game. Because genuinely, every other stage, I mean, you've played them.
Yeah.
They're like Mega Man games.
They're like Mega Man. It's like Mega Man. It's a little clunky. It's a little clunky for my tastes, but
whatever this is.
But this is not.
It's not even what it's imitating.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you or talk over you. I just figured out that the orbs are boosts.
Yes. The orbs.
So I really need to grab those.
Yeah. They charge your boost. And you get a manual one as well. But also whenever you collect them, it does boost you. So it's like you just have to stay on him.
Yep.
But he's also attacking you, and there's also stuff in the way. It's a lot.
Cool. It does the really fun Sonic the Hedgehog thing too, where when you run into anything, it just brings you to a screeching halt immediately. One of the best feelings in video games. The immediate cessation of momentum.
In a game where you're supposed to be fast. So yeah, you just gotta pick your boosts wherever they're gonna go, and hope you don't run into those.
Yeah,
you
well.
did. Well,
I like that my shots appear to go slower on that part of the stage for no particular reason.
Feature. I guess.
Did you say feature?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you love it?
Oh, spicy jellyfish. All right.
Also not really given much to do about his attacks. So yeah, frankly, best part about the stage, if you ever finish it, would be to just honestly, I will spoil this. He's pretty easy. Like, you don't do this and then have to struggle on the boss.
Right, I
You
figured
just
that
get to
this
beat him up.
is the level, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the level. But unfortunately, yes, you also have
But
to
unfortunately, this is the level.
yeah. So, get used to this. This is your life now. When I was talking about it being 4 hours,
It was specifically this
the bulk
stage.
of it. Yeah. This is actually also why I was okay with talking for a while before it, because we're trying to get all the fun out of the way before you have to do this.
Well, in that case, why don't you go look up the all worked up episodes and just read off the synopses to me, and I'll tell you which one.
Yeah, maybe we'll just make a special stream out of that. How about that?
Yeah, you're right. Let's save that for Draken.
Sure. Yeah, we'll have that be the fun activity during Draken. But yes, that was too fast for you.
Yeah, he really got me. All right. I feel like this is doable.
Why? What about that seems doable to you?
Don't ask me to defend my position.
Okay. Maybe it's just because you've been playing Star Fox and it's rotted your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
from what I've heard.
Dude, the ending of that game.
I didn't watch.
Oh my God.
Maybe now that I know that you're saying that, oh, maybe it went down and then it was like up again at the end. Maybe that does make me want to play. But yeah, I was specifically not watching because that's a game that I've always wanted to play.
I will say, like, that game is aggressively boring for 80% of its runtime. It's really, boy, it is something. But
honestly, genuinely, my only knowledge of it is that it's a game where, you know what everybody knows about it. Crystal.
yeah,
That's
Crystal,
what anyone knows about that
who
game.
does not factor into the story as much as you might think she does.
Oh, I bet she doesn't. I bet she's not like even in it or like more than like an NPC. I thought she was an NPC.
She is a playable character for the game's intro, and that is the most you ever engage with her. After that, she becomes a Sleeping Beauty stand-in in a way that really, really holds up and is cool to look at and experience as a piece of media meant for children.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet that's the opposite of what's true.
It's really appropriate and not at all creepy.
And probably something else we moved on from in the early 2000s. I would bet.
Okay. All right, I'm going to strategize this. I'm going to boost, swap, boost.
Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe
because each character
has their own
boost. So I can use
Cool.
that to like close the gaps. Well, now that's not an option because Zero's dead. So now this is pure execution, baby. This is just gamer mode. That's cool that I didn't collect that orb, even though I was definitely inside its hitbox.
What do you mean? That's your depth perception talking. Remember when you said you had issues with that?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
So genuinely, this. Okay, I think this is a halfway.
I fucking beg your pardon.
Yeah, I think this is a halfway point. Have fun. Oh wait, did you? Oh no. Okay, sorry, you actually did it.
What's
did
this? What's
This
this?
is the boss.
You said I didn't have to do that. You
No.
literally said you don't have to do this and then the boss fight.
Sigma made you go mad,
What the
right?
fuck am I looking at now?
Well, this is the boss fight.
You fucking.
I'm just saying that I'm saying the boss fight is nothing. Like you
And we'll all be toast.
beat him. I'm navigating right now. Beat him.
Claim loyalty to dirtbags Sigma.
I'm no maverick. I'm in complete control of myself and my actions.
Oh, what is this voice?
Not realizing the evil you're doing just proves you're a maverick.
What?
Huh?
Okay. That's
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry,
That's
but
like that's like the people who are like, you were accidentally racist. That's even worse than real racist.
okay, I just DM'd you something. Please, I don't know what emote you have. Make that an emote, please. Please make that an emote.
What Valeno
On your
has,
channel.
what Valeno has pitched for an emote is just look in the top right corner chat, and he just wants that as. I can make that happen. I can make that happen.
to.
Absolutely, I can make that
Have to
happen.
make that happen.
I don't know what to call that, but. All right, well, we're gonna die right away. I have plenty of lives, I think, still.
Yeah, you've got like one. You might want to figure out what weapon you're gonna use.
Yeah, I was about to do that, and then that happened.
Well, any minute now. Well, I mean, okay. From what I remember, he's easy.
Has Sig... no.
But yeah, mostly what I was saying is that you don't have to do the stage and then the boss,
Right.
like all at once. Is that it?
I don't know if this is the weapon, but it sure as hell did a lot of damage to him.
kind of working. I mean, if it's not, it's like
I can also
doubling
I can
effort.
also shoot it forever and take out all of his jellyfish. So
Yeah, they just don't get knocked off, I guess. Whatever it is, I mean, even if it's not, like
why change what's working?
geez.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, can't double him during that.
Fucking super armor moment bullshits.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you finished him off with it. You got the gold one.
Is that what this means?
Yep.
Oh, look at me doing the Marvel vs. Capcom thing.
Yeah. But see, that was nothing. It's just
I mean, honestly, that wasn't okay. It wasn't good.
that wasn't too bad.
It wasn't good, but
Is that what you were gonna say?
that wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't the worst thing. I could say that the stage really took us for a ride. I absolutely could say that.
Can you believe Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is back?
So I saw people losing their minds about that.
Because it got pulled off
You got through that stage
for
as if it were
like
your own
6
backyard.
years. That's
Yeah.
weird.
So here's the thing, and I understand it now because I saw someone kind of explain like what all the hype was about. It's hard for
Yeah, you
me
saw
as
Max.
somebody who does a lot of emulation and such to get really super hyped up about, you know, about a retro game getting a re-release kind of a thing. Unless it is some sort of a thing. Like the idea of like Tomba and Tomba 2 coming out on PC or coming out on anything is like, that's cool because that game only existed in very limited amounts of copies on one system ever. But what I saw people actually reacting to is the notion that there might be a universe in which Marvel vs. Capcom 4 could exist.
Yeah, and you know, it not being dead is like one of those things that really helps that.
Yeah. Which is cool, but also I don't remember people being super hot on 3. Like I don't
Are
remember.
you talking about Infinite?
Yeah.
Because 3 is the one that they were super hot on. Like everybody liked 3.
Are 3 and Infinite two different games?
Yes.
I thought Infinite was like
Infinite was the
was like the Turbo
the weird-
HD Championship Edition of.
No. Infinite was the most recent attempt that they made at an MVC game, but
I see. Then maybe
they dropped it down to 2v2, and their roster was like really bad compared to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there were some character inclusions in it that were kind of good, but yeah, they didn't even really have faith enough in it to call it Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
I
So,
see.
It was one of those things where it's like they went for a subtitle to try and do something with that, and I think it also kind of like shirked the branding a bit.
Mm.
It kind of made people a little confused as to what was happening because they were just saying infinite, and then they had one of those
Good work out there, X.
early Sonic moments where they showed like Chun-Li and everybody was trying to say like her face is all messed up or whatever.
Oh, that kind of early Sonic. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, listening to Layer. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Zero looked awfully down in the dumps.
He's just like that though.
Yeah.
Oh, are you worried about him, Lair?
No, not really. As an operator, I'm just concerned about the overall welfare of the team. That's all.
Oh my god.
Zero's been used before by Sigma to create a virus.
He's not on the same
He's
like
absolutely
planet as our conversation right now.
Mega Man, who are you responding to right now? Who was
He just wanted to say that anyway. He's not even talking to Layer
Bitch,
right
that's a
now.
whole different sentence.
He's not even anywhere
Except
near.
that his data was used in an attempt to destroy the world.
Oh my. Poor Zero.
He shouldn't blame himself. The problem's already been solved anyway.
Has it? I thought that's what isn't that the plot of the game? Oh, god
Seems
damn it,
Sigma
whatever.
may be involved in this new threat as well. Zero wants to take
Oh, no, he
care
was
of
talking
him
about
for good
X5.
this time.
Oh, I see.
So do I.
cool. Anyway. Wow, 30% complete. What? Damn, is there really that much hidden shit in all these other stages?
Oh yeah,
All right.
there is. I mean, if you really want to take the time, I mean, you kind of shaved off a little bit of time there with what you did there, because honestly, you only took 3 tries at that.
I was gonna
That's
say,
pretty
yeah,
impressive.
we're kind of clipping along here. Let's see how these last 2 stages go, and then maybe, depending on how we feel about that, we might explore some other stuff. Where to?
So next one is Avalanche Yeti. This is second stage. Have fun. It's not as bad as that one though. Genuinely, that one is so bad because of the depth perception thing, but this is just regular. It's like just regular twice. Don't worry.
I'm turning the navigation back off. I don't like the part where it just freezes the whole game. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I know we all like Layer's voice.
I'll just imitate Layer's voice.
Okay. You're most of the way there.
I'm not gonna do it.
All right, cool. Final Fantasy VII snowboarding minigame.
Yeah, no, I just gotta work on my bangs a little bit more. But yeah, this is a more traditional, I guess. This is no worse than other.
Yeah, this is kind of what this is like a Mario Party mini game here.
Yeah, practically. Like I would much rather the other one was like this. It's just, you know, it is what it is. There were a ton of like PS2 games and stuff that had just this.
Oh
as the
yeah,
game.
no, everybody does it. Something like this is in Star Fox Adventures as well. Like this was an era of just let's just throw in some random vehicle sections.
Yeah. We need a
everything.
traversal period.
Yes.
Like this is literally in like it's in so many things.
Sick.
But that one is
Sick fun.
Yeah,
You know what's
you
funny
have
is
to,
that I
like,
thought that
go
was
to the
going to
left
happen.
there.
I thought it was going to happen on the previous jump. And
Yeah.
it didn't. So I was like, oh, I guess it's not. I don't need to worry about that. Okay.
But no, it's just like it's little sections to memorize. So yeah, it's funny.
So
Yeah,
now-
I guess it's little.
Yeah. What's really funny is that boost is now on a different button than it was in the previous stage.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm locked in too.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing anything here. It's like that's just what these sections do to me though. Like I can't
Right.
do anything but like look at the
Well-
crazy.
Well, that's the thing is that even though this isn't really all like that complicated, it's still like moving on its own. So I need to be paying attention to like what the hell is happening.
Yeah.
So
everything.
I can't really be kind of like. Anyway, let me talk about this other TV show that I was on when I was a kid. You know, let me tell you about the time when I was in Boy Scouts and I may have intentionally started cleaning up part of a desert that we were doing a cleanup event at, like right next to a news crew to ensure that I would end up getting on TV.
Yeah, that sounds made up. Well, it's incredibly specific. I can't even share stories like that. I've only been in commercials.
Have you actually?
Yep. 2.
Nice.
I still remember the first $40 that I got from a commercial. Spent it all in one place.
Well, yeah, it's $40.
Exactly what they told you not to do.
Ugh.
Yeah, I guess this part of it is like, it's about standard fare for a boss of a section like this.
Yeah.
Mercifully, I don't think it really actually loops you through the stage for this. It just like puts you on an infinite track.
Sure. I don't know. I wouldn't put it against them. They would have this eventually end in like in a solid wall of ice.
That would be funny, actually.
Like, oh, you're too slow. Oh, okay, cool. It didn't end after that. That's funny because that really felt like a natural place where you'd be kind of like checkpoint.
Part 2. See, that's the other issue is like this one. It is not as torturous
overstays as well.
As the other one. It's just kind of longer. It's like a normal Link stage.
Oh, God.
Stages are kind of short in this though, I would say. But yeah, they do not leave you alone.
I feel like 0 is the wrong choice for this one.
Yeah.
There's no advantage to a wider shot, but that also lands 2 inches in front of you.
I mean, you're gonna be slamming into stuff though.
Oh.
See? I couldn't even tell you what that was.
Yep.
What the? What? Okay.
I didn't quite stick the landing, coach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is still the second part though. Like,
Yeah, this is already.
Yeah. So now you're at least prepared. You're like mentally here.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a second part of this.
Again, this is kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's a little leisurely stroll.
It is just a vertical version of any other like ride sections of any of these Hyper X games, honestly. They were never my favorites, but they were just always kind of like a thing.
Jet Stingrays is kind of the only stage that I had any fun, really,
Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
with these. But also Jet Stingray's stage has like a couple of kind of tricky bullshit spots
Yeah, for sure.
that you can't
they all
know
do.
about until you die to it.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what happened here.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that wasn't even tricky. It just looked glitchy.
We're doing it again. Yeah.
I guess so.
Give me that cash. Gonna buy so many retry
I don't
chips.
really remember Jet Stingrays, but the one I do remember is for X7. And I hate to spoil this for you, but we got
No. What if I play it? What if
No, well, I mean, you said we're gonna do it.
I did-
We're gonna do it for charity.
Oh, I did say that,
You
didn't I? I did
I
say
can
that.
clip this if you need it.
No. I do remember saying that specifically for the extra life stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we should still do that.
Basically, the only way to get you to do it is to put money on it. It's
Yeah,
gonna help somebody else.
Yes, absolutely. I'll torture myself in other ways for like fun stream times. But something to the degree of X7 is like, no, there needs to be like a cause.
Oh yeah.
We need
Yeah.
to be working towards something. Can I not?
Oh yeah, we did talk about the improvement mod for X7. I don't remember if we like specifically went through the stuff that they improved though.
We didn't. I don't remember us actually really talking about all that much. I pointed out to you before stream started that I have improvement mod versions of X5 and 6.
And the one for X6 just removes the entire, like you just
Most of the game,
goes
I think.
directly to the bosses instead of the stages, because the stages are the absolute worst part of X6. Which are randomized, by the way. Don't know if you knew that.
The stages in 6 are randomized.
X6, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's part of the reason why it's so torturous. I love how part of its attack pattern is I'm just going to crash.
I love how it stays just out of range of all of your attacks, so you have to boost in order to hit it, and I didn't figure that out until like the third loop. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it going to start us? Okay, right at the fight. Okay, good.
By the way, with what Hanzo said about Gate, there is a way to just soft lock yourself in X6 if you didn't get a certain power up, because there's a jump that you cannot do.
Fun.
In Gate stage. And
that's my favorite.
That was when I quit that game, and I'm so glad I did, because I later found out that Gate's boss fight is one of the worst in the series. It's the second worst in the series. This is a series that includes X7, by the way.
God.
And I'm not even talking
damn it.
about the series. I'm talking about the Mega Man series. The whole thing.
All of it.
All of it. Whole franchise. Gate is the second worst. The worst is, of course, located in X7. And I hope we get there. I really do.
We might have to do that as like as like its own stream.
Yeah.
like given how long it's going to take, because usually Extra Life, I break up Extra Life into 2-hour chunks to kind of keep things always moving along. In the case of like X7, I feel like we're really going to like sink our teeth into that one.
Yeah. It might just have to be like a whole thing.
But I'm cool with doing that too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna spend these E-tanks so that I don't have to do this fight again.
Yeah. Fair. You're noticing, honestly, that the actual boss fights are usually not like the issue with most of these stages.
Well, yeah, and especially that like how they have really leaned into, it's like, oh, if you hit him with the weakness, they do that.
Yeah.
Super long. Oh, you canceled my entire everything animation.
Yeah. They act like they got lightly tapped by a soccer ball.
I will say this is aggravating though.
Oh yeah. No. If you
fucking goddamn it.
If you do get a chance to do this again, I would say maybe not Zero.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No, Zero is absolutely fucking me on this.
It's not the play.
Shit.
But see, if you do that, then you have to go all the way back.
It's the part where it slows you down.
Yep.
It would be one thing if I could just tank the damage.
I mean, those are now the natural retry chips. If you really want to just do the whole thing again without Zero.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, you saved some time on Gigabolt Mana War.
Honestly, it's going to be faster. I think it's going to be faster.
It really probably might be faster than
trying to beat my head against this for 2 more tries and then have to
actually, I think
anyway.
X can charge shot with this.
Even better.
I think maybe, possibly, I don't know. Makes sense. Sounds like it makes sense. It's kind of the thing he does, but if he can't, then who knows?
Here I come.
I really wish there was like a navigator super attack
like a team
that I was
assist
just
kind of
withholding this entire time. Like every single time that you pick no navigation, I'm like, oh, missed some damage.
He can charge shot.
Can charge shot. Yeah. So there you go. X forced himself into a stage finally, and it's one where you're not even walking around as him.
Okay, this is also embarrassing. You can also just hold fire down as Axel. I was absolutely button mashing the whole time.
Come on. It's been established this entire time that you can do that.
I don't know if it was going to change for the vehicle stages.
Uh-huh.
This game is weird.
Yeah, you didn't try?
That's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, true, there are navigator super attacks, but you have to beat the game for that.
Well, I'm going to ruin this for you now, chat. There will be no New Game Plus playthrough of Mega Man X8. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
We might have to save that for another time, yeah. I mean, you're a busy person. You got things to do.
I do have a lot of things going on. Actually,
including this.
Actually, I can genuinely only stream one night this week. Coming up,
yeah.
I have Wednesday night. Every other night is filled with something, either rehearsals or a show. I'm actually going to see Love on Friday, the Cirque du Soleil Beatles show. It's closing. It's closing forever in a couple weeks, and I just got the email about that, and I really enjoyed that show. So I was like, oh, these tickets are not cheap, but I'm gonna be upset if I never got to see the show again, so fuck it. So I am treating myself.
See, the one I saw from them was Corteo a long time ago.
Was what?
Corteo. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Several years ago. I guess there's probably some, like, I don't know, looking it up kind of thing. I really love the soundtrack and everything, too. I think it was like, I couldn't tell you what it was about. It was a long time ago. I was looking at people flipping on stage.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But, you know, it was cool. I like the atmosphere and all that. It was one of the first. What am I saying? One of the first. It was the first and only Cirque du Soleil show that I've seen. Actually,
they're really good. They're really fun.
Tickets are expensive.
Tickets are
but
expensive.
I wasn't paying.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know.
I do think that they are.
If you go, you have to go with your stepdad. So your stepdad pays for it.
I will say, for as little time as any local is going to ever spend on the strip, I do think that it when you do go, whoops, I don't remember that pitfall.
Yep.
When you do go, I do feel like most of the shows that we have here on the strip are worth it. Like they are worth seeing. You could argue about the overall ticket price, and absolutely, I will say that everything is too expensive. But that is kind of what the strip is.
Yeah. It's for people that are from out of town. Who
right.
Intentionally go to the place.
Correct.
Do all this. So, like, you know what? Let's fleece them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That said, though, like, damn near every show is worth seeing. Like the actual
money's definitely gonna stay in Vegas, that's for sure.
Yeah, like the amount of like talent and technical, like talent both on stage and around the stage and everything, really is unmatched. And it's also, it's also cool having like friends who are like in those shows and either on stage or on crew and getting like some insight into that stuff. Like I'm friends with one of like the show, I think she's a show runner or show assistant producer or something of a Blue Man Group.
Oh.
I've actually done improv with one of the Blue Men before.
Cool. Did you have to get in the paint?
No, this was he was in my world.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah. So he was out of the paint.
So he was out of the paint.
Okay. Are they like legally bound not to put on the paint when they're out?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's like registered, like protected work of the Blue Man brand, and it's
so they're not allowed
subsidiaries.
to like bang on pots and pans and carry around various pieces of trash without being on stage.
I think they are allowed to still be percussionists and musicians, just so long as they don't have paint on their face.
Okay. I wonder if the first Blue Man Group idea was because they had too many teardrop tattoos. They were trying to cover it up.
So,
So they were just like all murderers, and they
yeah, I
were
was gonna
like,
say, so just so I'm clear, your thought of the inception of the Blue Man Group was that they are all a group of former gang members and convicted felons who have all done hard time.
yeah.
Well, having performed with them, I can tell you, you are 100% correct. No.
Knew it. Knew there was something off about those guys.
Shit.
Oh. There goes your bye.
I know.
Let's see how easily you got back here, though.
Oh, yeah. It's, again, this stage is kind of whatever. All right, that's fine. We're going to come out this with full health this time.
Yeah, it's a choice for sure. But again, it's like it's a very suspended thought of like,
God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. You're going to say?
Yeah, full health. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Full health, full hearts can't lose.
can't lose. But yeah, as a concept, it's just like it is what it is.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, it's the only issue. It's like when he's charging, he's gotta
You can't really do
evade
nothing.
like crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a patience boss.
It's a patience boss.
Your favorite.
Yep. I'm really good at patience in video games, especially when I'm streaming.
There is no way that you want this to be over with by now.
Absolutely don't get into my head about every moment of this. Every single time I take damage from a clearly I can't even think of the word.
I just noticed that whichever one is about to attack flashes first.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a tell. So great.
Yeah. Sorry, navigating
I've
a little slow.
I've just been.
I'm sure Layer would have told you that, but you don't seem to really like her all that
Oh
much.
my
so,
god.
you know, I guess I'll just have to do. Attack is weak point for massive damage. Learned that one the hard way.
I just realized that the orange glowy bits are like actual like hit spots. I've just been I've just been attacking this guy. Hey Jambron, welcome back.
Wait, so you've just been attacking every single part of this? And
I've
not
just
the weak points? Wait, so I did actually have to tell you to attack? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay, he does take damage overall. I just didn't realize that you could like disable the bits.
Yeah, you can.
It goes well,
Sorry,
Jambron. Huh?
I'm very glad that I told you that in time. My goodness. Jambron, you missed the worst stage. You're looking at the second worst stage, but the last one's pretty cool.
It's also the second to last stage of the main Mavericks.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember anything about this boss. Wait, isn't he?
You have the same abilities and potential as we new generation Reploids.
Okay. That's what they went with. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not exactly flattered by all this sudden attention from your boss.
Ha! We have no use for flimsy prototypes anyway.
Snake, the raven on my head craves. Oh, okay, well, we're in it.
Yeah, no, he's not one for words. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Whoa there.
Imagine you hired a navigator and their navigation is whoa, ooh. Whoa.
like really super useful.
Yeah. Hey, you might want to.
Yeah, well, I think we're just gonna take the game over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Crystal blast!
Oh, he has a Shoryuken. All right, cool. All the best Mega Man bosses have one.
That is true. There's only like 3 of them.
I guess we can hear how Mega Man responds to this conversation now. I do think that's cool. I'm a fan of that kind of across all games of like
my master's ideal.
of like we recorded unique VO depending on which character you came into this situation with.
Avalanche Yeti, what is Sigma trying to do?
You're using his government name.
We intend to fix.
Avalanche
harsh,
Snowman Yeti the Third.
It's too late, X. You and your puny maverick hunters have lost.
I must freeze you.
There's no character with that pretend accent who hasn't used the word puny.
Yeah. They couldn't help themselves.
Oh yeah, I forgot that X likes to call out his attack. He really gets into it in this
Yeah,
one.
unlike Axel, who just is like, take this, take that, take this thing. I'm still here. See?
Here I come. He's not even like hiding it. He just eat this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thanks, Navigator.
Ooh.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, cha, 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 cha.
Ooh, kill him.
Yeah, do that, do that.
Ooh, kill him.
All right.
I mean, what is really there to navigate? Oh, he's gonna do something, I think. Actually, no, never mind. He's
Oh
just
no,
doing
not the flurries.
Oh. It's the liberal snowflake.
Oh boy.
This has now become snowflake media.
Leave it to me.
Look at him.
Each one's so unique.
Oh. Well. Honestly, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, that was kind of whatever.
But you know what? For having it balance out all of the other ride stage stuff,
Yeah,
it's kind of like
Time to go home.
better that way.
yeah, for sure.
Having that and then a hard boss.
Weapon get.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the Gatling gun on Axel is actually pretty cool. I forgot about a lot of the weapons that they get from these.
It looked like a hard fight.
Still 30% complete. What is
You'd come out on top.
in an auto scroller stage? Where else can we? Whatever. I don't actually care.
Yeah.
I'm sure. There's
Well,
I'm sure there's places.
I mean, I could look up a comprehensive guide if you want to. If you want to stick this out,
Nah.
we could be here all night. I got nowhere to go. What am I gonna do? Sleep?
Let's see. Oh God! Of course, I can afford life up for one guy. I'm probably gonna pick Axel if we're gonna use him. We're still using him the most.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like if you wanted to go back to the stage and get some more medals.
It sounds like that, doesn't it?
You might be able to get some more people.
Looks like there's only one Maverick left. Could this be the last of them? Or is this just the beginning?
So help me God, if the stage select flips over and there's 8 more of them.
It's been a long time since they've gotten their
You know,
hands
there's got to
on
be one
Luminate.
game that does that.
So it's funny because 8 like only shows you, like, both 7 and 8 only show you the first 4.
Yeah.
Before then revealing the second 4, which is such a weird decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think
There's later ones that do that as well.
yeah,
Actually.
I think, I don't know. I think I'm into it
Yeah.
because it cuts down on the random experimentation that is trying to figure out who is weak to what.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also feels like antithetical to the idea of, like, you can start the loop wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like you find the stage that you like get the most comfortable at, and then make your way through the bosses as best suits you. So I don't know. I guess I can see justification for either
The elevator
approach to
seems
it.
normal so far,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just making me more nervous.
Just try not to think about it. We've come this far. Let's just take care of that last Maverick and move on, okay?
You're right, Axel. There's no time to be worried.
Right. Let's go.
Yeah. Axel really chilled out since X7, you know?
I've also noticed
He's really
that
learned to take it easy.
yeah, I've also noticed that Zero does not respond, is not part of these conversations ever.
Well, see, I mean, we just had we had a conversation about it. He's really contributing in his head. he's just got the internal monologue going, you know? He really cares about his friends.
Totally. Yeah, Zero is the squall of Mega Man.
Honestly, though, he gets even more squall-like in his own series
Let's do it.
because he genuinely will just do the ... thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He's the ellipsis master there. And then it's so funny because later in the series, he is talking all sorts of trash.
Burn
It's so
Rooster. I'm sorry.
Funny. Burn Rooster. Yeah, internalize that. Anyway, this is the third stage. Have fun.
Oh, we're already going. Okay. All right. Great. Sorry, I was thinking about how Burn Rooster could also be changed to Firecock, and I've had that before.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you know. I'm be very glad you took Axel, because this is one of the many things that is improved by Axel.
Yeah.
Being able to just stop in the middle and just have you hover over. This is honestly not a hard stage because Axel exists. But otherwise, this would be really, really irritating.
I love you saying this is not a hard stage, and I very nearly died in that exact moment.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. He lets you pace yourself. I mean, it's still at the stage's pace, but
I already know that at the end of this, I'm gonna get that guitar, that thing that happens when you play Guitar Hero for too long, where my vision is going to keep sliding up.
yeah.
Like the world is gonna be warping around me. Up.
Nah.
Okay, that actually didn't. I was ready for that to last a lot longer.
Yeah, no, it's just a segment of the stage. Oh, you remembered. Wow.
Barriered enemy.
I was about to navigate.
See, I'm
and
not-
like tell you that.
I pick up on things every so often.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing you had to do with Zero was ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So I
So it meant that
wouldn't have blamed you if
there
you
was
forgot.
nothing else to push the old information out.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that's what Tony was saying. I guess I can see
What
where
was
you're
the-
coming from with that as well.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I am not a fan of the 2.5 like blocky polygonal look, kind of across the board, but particularly in the Mega Man games. And I think for me it is because the 2D Mega Man games, even the not very good ones, have such gorgeous sprite work.
Yeah, it's true.
Have such absolutely beautiful sprite work in every from stage design to boss design. I took that too fast.
Yeah, it's refined very much.
To then go to like,
Mission.
oh, it's too bad that Mega Man like fell. To me, it feels like Mega Man fell victim to the trap that was this generation.
Yes.
Of let's make everything 3D, and it'll be really
X7.
cool because that's new.
X7 was definitely a victim of that. They did that way before they were ready to handle something like that.
One time to pause in midair. Good to know. Good to know.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna we'll nail this time.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess you could also let it run out and then slowly drop down.
Is that how it's really?
Yeah. Well, you can try it right there.
Oh my god.
You know, I feel like a navigator would have kind of told you that.
Well, then why didn't you?
Well, you didn't pick layer. I'm not a navigator. But yes, there are a lot of things about the style that's refined in Command Mission, but you are unbased, so I know you're never going to play that.
I don't trust this.
Why?
Because there's a man with a gun down there. See? Ah!
Oh. Got one up on you. But yes, this is a very, well, I mean, easy. Sorry, navigator. Oh, this stage has spikes in it.
Honestly, as useful as the in-game navigators are.
You know what?
Genuinely.
Really, honestly.
Your turn. Here I come.
Although I feel like this is a stage that's kind of one at the R&D lab, because you could tank one of these at least, right?
Yeah, with like the spike boots. Wow, come on. Come on, Hitbox.
Depth perception.
Where is this? I'm at the top of the room. Of course it fucking is.
Oh yeah. Careful, there's spikes.
See, now we're in dangerous territory because now that I have so much of that to go through, you know where my head is at.
Yes.
Where now all I want to do is get through this as quickly as possible.
But if you do end up going back to the R&D lab, you do know that there's some stuff that you could do to help.
Yep, and I'd be able to use it exactly one time.
Yep.
And I would blow
And
it.
you would probably
I would blow
use
it
it
way earlier in the
immediately.
stage.
Yeah. And you would somehow find spikes where there were not. Right.
Come
Very
on.
precarious.
Go for it. Here I come. Here.
Oh.
I tried.
I think you should have used the Mega Ball right then, honestly.
Yeah, just quadruple jump.
Yeah. I mean, we've been through this.
Tell me out. Got this one.
But I mean, at this point, I mean, this is very standard for like a. Mega
Oh
Man
yeah,
stage.
we're in typical Mega Man mode here.
Yeah. It's just like a lot of the other stages have been based on so many gimmicks that it's kind of weird when they put like a
When it's
regular-
when it's just a normal
like-
level.
yeah.
Go for it.
At this point, this is nothing you haven't done before, and like literally 10 other games that you just played.
That was me
Ooh,
finding spikes where they don't exist. That
Yeah,
was,
that-
that was me going, oh,
that
what's
was
up
you.
here? And then
That was you pointing someone else's gun at you.
that was
Like, that was a
that was the Bugs Bunny bending Elmer Fudd shotgun back into his own face. Okay, let's see here. Step on spikes. Just one. I mean, fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
Wait, are you doing the intermission?
No.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's how I operate. Is first deny and then ask for clarification.
No. What are you talking about? That was an interesting 2 steps there. But yeah, last time you skipped the intermission thing when it came up, and there were like some things that were going to attack into place. And
Right. Yeah, we didn't do that last time. Should I be engaging in that?
do you want to?
We can try it.
It'll give you some extra medals.
All right. Let's do it.
You skipped it the first time.
Let's work together.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be just one. All right.
Yeah, it's just one.
X5A, Dr. Delight materialize in physical form. X6, Dr. Wily is disguising as Isoc. We're so close to have Light versus Wily. Then 7 because it's some kid named Axel. Oh, come on.
I never did this one, by the way. This is literally new to me. I've never seen this before.
The debris is composed of wide walls that can be destroyed with ride chaser shots. All right.
Didn't know this was a thing. I thought this was going to be the other intermission that you... yeah, no, I've never seen this before.
All of a sudden, he has way more range on his shots here. This looks like those fake games, those fake mobile ads.
Yeah.
Of like shooting, and then it's like, and then you walk through like, do you walk through like the +5 or the ×2?
Yeah, I don't know what this is about. I guess it's as good as mine.
Oh, some Battletoad shit. Oh, gamer mode. Okay, all right.
At least
all right.
you didn't instantly die.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not one-hit kills, which has me less worried.
Okay. No, I guess you're just trying to rack up some.
Just getting some cash.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Meaning you completely skipped some cash earlier with the other one, I guess.
Yeah, well.
I think I told you not to do it because I thought you were not wanting to do it, and it was already, you know. I was probably right.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, those purple boys are worth a lot, ain't they?
Yeah, they are. You probably never seen one because you never go back to stages.
God damn.
Crazy.
You need to write
almost as if you haven't gotten a single light capsule in this entire game.
You need to write
wondering why X is weaker.
You need to write a second paper about passive aggression.
I should. You would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, I think you'd be. Yeah, I think you'd be really good at it. I think you're really well suited for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that would be really your thing, I think. Mm-hmm. But no, there's money on the table, that's for sure.
Do we go back to another stage? It makes you're really leaning in on this in a way that makes me feel like we should revisit something.
Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to use Mega Man X in Mega Man X8?
So far, not really, because
okay.
Because Axel and Zero have better movesets.
Well, if you're wondering why Axel and Zero have better movesets, maybe it's because you never picked up a single Dr. Light capsule, including you bending over backwards to do the stage the wrong way to get the capsule when you didn't have X. Maybe that's one of the things. Like, oh man, X is lagging behind. He can't really do anything, huh? Almost like every single other X game, as you collect these
has
capsules.
A system in place in which you expand his moveset over the course of the game. Are you saying that that's a thing, that they carry that forward as a tradition?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
crazy.
Weird. Yeah, but
almost like there's 3 separate kinds of armor that you can get for X in this.
Well, he
to
wasn't.
make
He
it
wasn't.
better.
Hey, he wasn't in the previous game. Why? Maybe they just would have kept it out the whole time.
You know what? Sure, that's actually accurate. X7 wasn't X's game. So, but you didn't play X7, did you?
No, I didn't. We're playing it for charity sometime in I don't know, October.
Well, anyway, what do you want me to do? What? Tell your navigator where to tell you next.
That's the opposite of a navigator's job.
Let's see what we're gonna do. What do you want to do? Do you want to make X stronger, or do you want to keep on with Burned Rooster with Axel and Zero?
Here's the thing. I can eventually learn and execute and get through this stage with Axel and Zero.
You can.
I know that much. My question for you is, will I be in a better place for whatever the end game looks like if we go through and power up X with some stuff?
Well, here's my question.
We can't keep asking each other questions, so one of us is eventually going to have to make a decision.
No, I'm sorry. No, one of us is eventually going to have to make a podcast. That's how that works. That's so. Do you want to finish this stage as Burned Rooster, and then do you think you would actually, if you had any time between this time and the next time that we play, do you think you would actually go and get X's parts on your own?
If the thing that you are suggesting is that we do in fact do a third stream of this that is specifically to tackle the end game, I would on my own time look up how to get the other capsule stuff for X and probably do that off stream because I don't have any time to actually stream this next week, but I would do that on my own time.
Okay.
Maybe
So
I would
by
stream that
that-
on my own, but
Alrighty. And then by that measure, I think you should go ahead with Burned Rooster.
okay.
You get the X parts off stream. Because
Okay.
I think these, I really like the armors in X8. I honestly do.
Let's
Sure.
work together.
And
Let's do
some of the stuff that they do to the weapons in this, I think is really cool. So worth it in my head for like more upgrades, more secrets. I'm not saying you 100% the game yourself,
I'm that. Yeah, that's not what I'm offering.
but at least with the capsules, because one of them you went out of your way to do that whole section and you just didn't have X, and that was tragic.
That's hardly me going out of my way to do the whole section as much as
I mean,
this
you just
not,
thought it was the
just
way
not
to go.
knowing. Yeah.
But yeah, you did like an entire gravity puzzle of like just bending over completely backwards.
I'm gonna
There's
say
the castle.
some pretty significant like narrow escape platforming.
But yes, I would venture to say, as a fan of this game, I can't watch somebody sit there and not use X because they think X is weaker when they didn't do the things to power up X. So, you know, if I may use my singular muscle as a navigator, I implore you to just give him a chance. Look, Light was the one who thought, I'm just not going to make him too powerful in any given situation. Let's have him hunt for it. You know? We didn't give him...
I don't need your lore reasons for why to engage with the character or not.
Yeah, sure. Just... we don't have the means to give you the parts because our crazy old Dr. Light decided to just hide them. He was over there doing all the platforming himself to set up all of these capsules. He was sitting there doing the gravity puzzles himself
That is
to go build the capsule.
That is an insane thing to think about.
Oh yeah. No, the reason that he knew that X could do all of this is because he did it, and he was an old man.
I'll take care of it.
By the way, he can do a Shoryuken.
Dr. Light can?
Yeah.
Give me a hand. Got this
Do you
one.
want proof?
Is it in like the animated series or is?
I mean, you'd have to play the mobile game.
Well, come on, man. We can't.
See, the next stream that we're planning,
We're gonna do that weird Mega Man like
X dive.
X Overdrive, X Dive. Is that what it's
No,
called?
Overdrive died like instantly. It was X dive, but
Okay.
actually it was kind of good.
I actually,
Unless you like your money. That one was kind of brutal with that, but
well, so
they did a preservation project of it where you can now just get the game,
right, yeah. So I have it.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Can't get me.
it's got some interesting Easter eggs in it. I liked a lot of the art.
Give me a hand.
Sorry. I like a lot of the art. I feel like that was probably some of the best contribution from that is like, yeah, just all of the stuff you could see and all the homages from the stages and all that. It was a cool project. I just definitely wish it had been free to play from the beginning,
Sure.
but that's not how you make money.
Nope. Not these days. Not in the last 10 years, apparently.
Yeah. There's very few games that really kind of try and stick to having free to play mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did go with some interesting like concept stuff like that.
Like
It
Iris,
has-
she was Colonel. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Iris actually, if she didn't die
Die immediately.
immediately, but if she actually grew up and became cool.
Your turn. Here I come.
And I told you they had to mine every.
The camera did something funny.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, so did you. Hey, that was the first retry too.
Yeah.
Making good time on that, I would say. Guitar Hero section. Honestly, I could imagine the boss playing guitar.
This particular boss,
Oh yeah.
I think is that him in the background playing on this track?
Oh yeah.
He's just like the previous boss, but or not the previous boss, the first boss we did.
Yeah.
Nuclear
That's his
troglodyte,
contribution.
whatever the fuck his name was.
I mean, they had like a trilobite, a troglodyte. There. All sorts of T words. It's funny. It's not particularly tricky. It's like,
Oh,
Help me out. Got this one.
where am I? Fucking goddamn it!
you were somewhere. That's not on the screen though.
Shit.
Yeah, it just starts going faster and faster. It's like
Oh god.
it's interesting, the way that they decided to do this.
I was doing all right. It was less that it got faster and faster. It's just more that I did not know which direction to run in, and apparently I wasn't allowed to drop down from the side I went to.
What's funny to me is like there was a game that I used to play that was specifically just this. Like you would just drop down on little platforms. Called Hula Girl. Very weird mini game.
It's like the opposite of Doodle Jump.
I guess so. Not too familiar with that one myself.
It's just this, but in the opposite direction. It's just trying to see just how high you can get up.
Yeah.
There's a really fun game that's like that. It's like a vertical ascension platform game on the PSP called Monsters Probably Stole My Princess.
Right.
It's just a really fun, like, fast-paced platformer. There's only like 4 or 5 stages in it, I think. I'm stuck.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay, I can't move.
No, you're good. Good.
Jesus Christ.
Navigator talks you down from a panic attack.
Yeah. This has to stop. They gave her breasts.
Started a riot. Is this
No,
Sigma's doing?
that's just a Zero thing. That's a guy.
Can't you hear them, Zero?
They gave him breasts.
The cries of woe from those Reploids
Those are
discarded
pecs.
here in the name of justice.
Well,
Hello?
the pecs are flopping.
Whoa, give me a break.
Is this Zero talking to himself? This is
You
Practically.
won't mock me when the new world becomes a reality.
Oh, you're one of those. This Burn Rooster's been red pilled.
Here I come. Uh-oh.
Where you at with the... Oh, yeah.
I found it.
Right, yeah. Then you can hold that down.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, that one is... Oh, he's in the background.
Do I use these tanks now, or do I... Nah, it'd be more expensive to buy them back than just do a retry.
Yeah. Just see what he does. Maybe hear him out.
Great.
Axel doing the Roblox oof just never gets old to me. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Huh? Did that do a lot?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no, it did, yeah.
It's a bit of a chunk.
Yeah. He's hitting uppercut like crazy.
Now super
All
attack
right.
mode.
He's angry now.
Oh!
Oh. Oh. I remember
Just gotta
this
wait
one.
for him to get out of his little phase here.
Yep.
That was
Yeah, no,
that
he was
was
just trying to
the
corner you.
easiest of all the super attack moments.
Yeah. No, he was just doing like setups right then.
Yeah.
All right, I will use my other navigation muscle to say it's not over.
Oh no! No! Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's the only one with this. So you thought you were having an easy time.
The screen shake is really bad to look at.
It's a sight to behold.
God, it's like the ending of Super Metroid in here.
Never played one of those.
You never played any of the Metroids?
Nope.
Very good games.
Hmm.
Zero Mission on the GBA, I think, is a hell of a place to start.
Uh-oh. Do you think it warrants an opposite type of stream where I sit here, play Metroid, and you're a talking head in the corner?
I'd do that. I'd absolutely do that. I do
Can we
that
pick a
faster
better
than I
game?
would do. Do that faster than I would for fucking Draken.
You know we have to do Dragon.
Of course
Actually,
we
no,
have
You
to.
should pick a worse game.
No. Worse than Draken?
Yes. Or no, worse than Metroid. I mean, because everybody knows that Metroid's good. I don't need somebody on my shoulder to tell me that.
Well, I mean,
Cycle through some in your head.
just cycle through all video games.
Yeah, every single one.
Okay,
Just
good. No,
You
this is
like
my,
games?
Yeah, no, this
Name every
this
game.
is my favorite thing is when somebody asks me to name a thing that I'm very, very familiar with, because then all information that I've ever known about that subject just leaves my brain
Yeah.
entirely.
You've never seen a thing in your life.
Yeah, it's super fun. I love that about my brain. I love that about my personality. It's really fun that I'm wired that way. So
I got news for you. Most people are wired that way.
So when you say worst game, by the way, I'm gonna get the life up on X because we're gonna be using him later on. When you say worst game,
Yes.
what is the qualifier that you're using on that? Because if you want me to just like throw just bad video games at you, I can do that. If you want more of maybe slightly more unknown type things, because if your concern is Metroid is too much of a known quantity and people are just well, of course it was a fun game, and why does this nearly 40-year-old man need to tell this bunny guy about it? Then sure. But if you mean that, then because I can give you two very different kinds of answers, basically is what I'm saying.
So, you know how you had to look up Draken
Right.
when I told you what it was?
Yes.
Give me one like that.
Something like
What
that.
would I have to look up? A game that you can stand, at least, that has some significance to you, but you
Right.
know is not one of the best.
not
games
perfect, but still interesting.
ever.
Oh man.
Hey, you can get back to me anytime you need.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the kind of thing where it would just be really easy for me to just I could just pull up my a program here.
I mean, honestly, because I mean, we're kind of nearing the end of this right now.
I
I'm
think so.
Giving you the task to go actually get the parts so that you have a reason to use X.
Yes, for sure.
Then
I mean, I'm almost certainly going to pick something from the PS1 because I love that console so much. I don't know how much experience you have with the original PlayStation.
My experience is Digimon Rumble Arena.
Okay.
It's a lot of Digimon games, a lot of I played Star Wars. I played one of the Jedi Power Battles.
Right, we did talk about this. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
played the good Star Wars game.
The best one.
You know what? Medieval is a lot of fun. I love this game. Medieval is actually the first game I ever bought with my own money.
You know what's crazy though? I've heard of that. I've actually seen somebody play that. Yeah, Medieval is really good.
So you want a game you've never even heard of?
Yeah, hit me with one.
Oh man.
I hit you with one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because you had it locked in.
Yeah. Well, I know nobody knows about Draken.
Okay, Tunnel B1. You ever heard of Tunnel
Okay.
B1?
No, I have not.
Tunnel B1 is this kind of crazy first person. This is really good demo gameplay that they've decided to upload for this. There we go.
Okay.
It is like a first person. It's like a
All right,
first
I'm out.
person
That's gonna make me
vehicle
vomit.
gliding.
Next.
Yep, it is absolutely vomit inducing.
Look, I was struggling in VR chat earlier with just it being in first person.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
VR in general can do that.
I don't have a VR headset. I was on desktop.
You were-
mode.
Okay, that is a different
I'm
beast.
just letting you know. I had a struggle with Minecraft being in first person. That's like it's so weird because some games it's totally fine, but if there's like camera stuff, I was just looking at that little thing in the corner there. That's gonna destroy me.
Yeah.
Whatever that game is,
Yeah.
will be one.
No, it is.
So
It's yeah. I really like it.
So you had me,
but I'm also a big fan of just like the weirdness that is like the PS1's library. So that one is definitely up there
for sure. And yes, I've heard of the Mosquito one, so you can skip that one.
Mr. Mosquito.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on the backlog. Omega Boost.
I feel like I've seen those two words together.
Okay. Well, okay. So
no.
Yeah. So like me, you're a fan of Eiffel 65. And so you've heard them reference this in their music. This
No?
this is
but
so this is like a Star Fox Light or like it is an on rails space shooter.
Okay. Third person. I can do third person.
Third person. I will say that the camera in this one is this is footage from the first stage, so it's pretty straightforward. But kind of like right after this, it starts. That camera is like swinging around and doing crazy stuff. You are constantly like locking onto enemies who are flying in all sorts of ridiculous directions. It is a high octane type game. You have asked me. I am trying to fulfill your brief. It's one of my favorite games ever. Maybe you've heard of this one. There's Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
What is that one about?
That would, you know what? That would be fun if we could get. There is a way to play, like retro games through emulation online.
Oh, are you talking about Parsec?
You can do it through Parsec, but you can also, but there's also like built-in now like net play.
Oh.
On some emulators.
So if we could actually both play that would be
pretty great. That would be great.
It would.
The Legacy of Kain is, I think those are some good options. I did play through Soul Reaver.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've never seen gameplay of Legacy of Kain.
Okay.
I've only vaguely heard of a character named Raziel.
Yep.
And that's all I know.
Yeah, he's the mouthless blue vampire boy.
Yep. Disney's Tarzan.
I don't know if you've heard of that. Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman is a crazy fucking game.
Okay, I have never heard of that in my entire life.
This one might be fun. See, here's the problem is because I know you're not really like action game guy. Not really. I wouldn't call Arknights like an action game.
Well, I suppose you're kind of going by discography of things I've played on stream.
Yes, like if I'm going by what you typically play on stream.
Far enough back, I did play Devil May Cry 5.
Okay. So this is what if Devil May Cry was bad.
Well, I'm intrigued.
This game is kind of, I will say that this game, like a lot of games on the PS1, this game is chunky. But it is kind of a boss rush. So Devil May Cry 2, very good.
Yep.
It's kind of a boss rush kind of game. You have like very, very short stages to play through and then just like boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. It's kind of one of those.
So like a primordial fury kind of.
Something like that. Yeah.
Fury's incredible.
Yeah, that is also on the backlog because I never finished it, but I want to.
Yeah, I could say the same for myself because I just opened it up on a whim, even just on stream. I was just like, Fury. And then I just start playing. And then I got like a few bosses in and I was just like hammering my head against some crazy entity and just never went back. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the feeling of it. I liked the music. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So Rising Zan.
Yeah, Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman. Really, the main reason to play that is because that game has a custom theme song.
What?
They wrote a song for their game.
I'm sold.
It's fantastic.
I'm in. Honestly, this is one of those games where I feel like they thought of the name and everything just started writing from there.
100%.
Like,
And when you play through it, it feels like that too. Where it's just kind of like,
oh yeah,
where it's just like, oh, they didn't really nail these mechanics.
Just 100% premise, 15-second writer's room. They all met up and they were like, so Rising Zan, the Samurai's gunman? Yeah. All right, let's go.
Let's
right,
right on the board.
we're done.
Put on the board.
All right. Nobody even asked what should we call the game? They're just, that's all they said.
That's all they had.
They had that written on a piece of paper. One person said it. They all agreed. They all left.
They kicked the door open to the rest of the team's room and just slammed that down on the table. It was like, this is our design doc.
Yep.
It's like, this has 5 words, and it's like, you're goddamn right it is.
Oh yeah, these are the only 5 words we need for this. Same 5 lines of code too.
I was Small Soldiers on the PS1, a surprising, one of the rare, like really solid
tie-in games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In that it takes place. So Small Soldiers, the game, takes place in the universe that the toys come from in the movie.
So okay.
So
I mean,
so
I'm kind of with you there because I feel like, okay, you know what game should have done that? The Toy Story game should have done that. With Buzz Lightyear being from the, from that actual universe.
Yeah, so there are some
like
later Toy Story games where like Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, I believe, takes place like in his character's universe.
I mean, they had a whole show too.
Yeah. So yeah, it is the tie-in from that show.
I mean, not the recent one. That I don't know what was going on there, but I also believe Samurai Jack had a pretty good tie-in game as well.
Oh yeah, I don't know
like
that I
kind
ever
of a recent
played
one
it.
even.
Oh, have you ever played the Siphon Filter games?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Always seen that cover before. Not a single thing about it that's filtered through my brain.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Siphon Filter games are pretty goofy. They are, let's see, this is 99. So this is like, this is
like Max Payne.
This is like eidetic. This is like, so this studio found out that Metal Gear Solid could exist and have like a really interesting story and really good voice acting, and you could tell a much more mature story. So they said, what if we did that with a third-person shooter? But we don't have the writing chops of, say, an entire team led by Kojima.
Right. You know what always reminded me of that though? Did you ever play what was the one? I feel like it's very interesting because this game technically came before Metal Gear Rising, but so much of the design of it looks like Metal Gear Rising. What was it? It had like a snappy 1-word name.
I mean,
and it was kind of like
I might know what you're talking about.
2013-ish, 2011-ish. I remember the whole thing was like you slide and you shoot.
Vanquish?
That's
Vanquish
the one.
Kicks ass.
I liked that game.
Vanquish, that's platinum. Yeah.
I started to play it for a little bit and it was just like, this is really cool.
Vanquish is crazy. Vanquish
the
starts
story,
at
though,
11
was
and
just so-
keeps going.
It was so funny to me. Like I think they weren't trying to be funny, but they were. It was so.
Oh no, it's pretty tongue in. It knows what it is.
Oh yeah,
It's the same people that made Bayonetta. They know what they're making.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah. Hanzo
technically,
points out
I mean-
something really, really important here, which is that yes, you get a taser. You get a taser in the Siphon Filter games that you can launch, and as long as you hold down the button, it keeps tasing the dudes
Okay.
until they burst into flames.
Well, very nice. Just like the real tasers.
That's a great series of games.
Oh yeah. So it's like goofball before Hitman was goofball, kind of.
Yes.
Because Hitman is just the primordial to me, just like we thought that this was going to be serious, but we're not going to make any part of this series.
True, but it took Hitman a really, really long time to find that. Like those original games, they play it pretty straight. Like on the original PS2. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, it wasn't really until like Hitman Absolution, which kind of set the stage for then the later Hitman 1 through 3s that everybody knows as being like the really goofy, over the top things. Absolution kind of sets the stage for that by having like multiple levels having levels with like multiple outs, you know, like all sorts of different ways to go about getting your target and everything. For whatever reason, people did not respond well to Absolution. I don't really know why. I wasn't a fan of the series before that, so I couldn't say anything about it. But then for whatever reason, then when the new set of Hitmans came out, I guess they just nailed the formula in a way that people were really, really into. And so now it's a lot more self-aware, but it didn't start that way. It started very self-serious for sure. It took
some time to kind of grow into what they really wanted to become, I guess.
Absolutely. That's not to say that there aren't goofy moments in those games, because we're talking about PS2 ragdoll physics, you know. So there's definitely some goofy stuff that happens in them. They just leaned a lot harder, you know. You're not like overloading an electrical circuit to blow a giant fan that then sends someone flying off of a tower in Dubai, you know. They saved that for Hitman, you know, for the later entries in the series. All right, so we have some options.
Yeah,
we have a few options here, and I'd be happy to sit in and quote unquote navigate for all the old games that let you throw homing briefcase. No,
that is still legendary.
That's such a great clip. I love watching the one where it's like chasing the guy back and forth on a jet ski. It's
it's amazing. Like more of that.
By the way, we've been sitting on this screen for so long that my controller has now powered off from inactivity.
Well, you know what? Hey,
we got off on a tangent. We got on a tangent.
Yeah, it's fun, honestly. Though it's like I get it, because I think if we really try and like dive into the end game here, it's not gonna.
Oh yeah,
we're both gonna start getting tired.
We're both gonna. No, this is a good place to leave. I prefer leaving. I do this when I'm streaming on my own as well. I will try to find kind of like natural breaks. Because for the same reason, it's like, no, because I can leave like on like high energy and be kind of like, cool, we'll get into this, like we'll get the rest of, you know, we'll get the rest of this later. Versus it's like, well, I fucked up. It's now it's 2 hours after I wanted to end stream. And I'm in a bad mood. I need to get out of here because I haven't eaten dinner. So,
you gotta find that point.
Yeah. It's like I'd rather leave. I'd rather do like a shorter stream with a better ending than a longer with a shitty ending. And that's my review of the new Star Wars movies.
Yep.
So folks at home, I think we're gonna let's leave it there. And yes, I will on my own stock up on X's abilities so that we can come into this end game in a way that's not going to upset my navigator.
But in this case, well, genuinely though, you did a better job.
I feel good about how that went. I do feel good about that.
Did.
I think I will say,
you didn't really need the skills that you learned from the previous stages, because half the stages were ride stages.
So 2.5 of the stages did not require any sort of platforming.
Yeah.
And but there was also, I mean, there was a lot going on the first stream of just kind of like, I have never played this before. I'm unfamiliar with this. I'm trying to figure out how to balance like my gameplay versus also trying to like engage you in conversation. You know, there's a number of things all happening at the same time. Whereas this was kind of like, all right, we got a lock on this now. And then after that fucking 3D Neo Tokyo bullshit Star Fox level, is just like, oh well, anything's going to be easier than this.
Yeah, genuinely, like that is about the worst that the game has to offer.
Yeah,
it's not just breaking, but I have seen people take the game from a 10 to like a 2 after playing that stage. So you got through it a lot faster than a lot of people.
It's really interesting because I don't think that stage was not good, but I feel like I didn't really struggle with it all that much. I got that like third try.
Yeah.
And it was just like, once I
like,
realized it's kind of like, oh, you just like swap between the characters and boost between them. You can keep the distance closed.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think I didn't know that. So,
Whoa.
I think I genuinely didn't really figure that out. So maybe that was the reason why I was struggling. But I also know that the last time I genuinely was like playing this game, it was back when I was like 15 or something.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of, I mean, you talked about it last time. There's a lot of these challenges in these X games where it feels really, really tough.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you just have to like keep going. And then sometimes you just get discouraged or like angry and stop as a kid. Because that's literally what I did with X6. I never played it again after that jump thing.
Yeah.
Because I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so angry that I couldn't do a jump.
Usually.
Because the game would not let me.
Yeah. Usually I would also have to stop if a game made me respond in that way, but because it would be my mom yelling at me for getting angry, it would be me getting in trouble because, it's just a game. and it's just kind of like, you do not understand what I've been going through. I'm in here fighting for my life for the last 45 minutes. On this one stage, I'm out of continues. But yeah, there is definitely like those is like rage quit moments, which is funny because I find myself doing those now when I'm playing games casually. I have very, very little patience for playing back through parts of a game I've already been through anymore. Yeah. So I do find myself like quitting out of things pretty quickly. But I guess that's better than like wallowing in it.
Oh yeah.
And being kind of like, oh God, just try it again. Just do it again. Just do it again. It's like at a certain point, like that stops being fun. Unless the game itself is fun.
It becomes very Sisyphean.
Yes.
After a bit.
Yes. Yeah. It's also why, I mean, never say never, but it is so unlikely you will ever see me play like a rage game like on stream, like that literal Sisyphus game or like a Jump King or Getting Over It or whatever. It's
Although I will say something about Jump King. There's just something about that game.
There's just something about that game. Well, whatever.
It's not a good thing. It's not like a positive thing. There's something about it though.
I just don't enjoy games like that are intentionally built to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I get that enough by just playing retro games on this channel in the first place. Like I
get that enough just being alive. My goodness. It's just I want to be happier when I play something.
Absolutely. If you want to feel bad playing a video game, I just pick up any fighting game online. Oh, I mean, well,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've already did that 100%. With this guy. Yeah. Our first collab together was Guilty Gear Strive, and he had fun. And
what are you talking about?
And I learned how to be okay at Bridget. That is what the experience was.
Yeah. Honestly. Although I definitely learned that, man, if I pick Testament, that's not going to be a good time for you.
No, and it really wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you threatened to become a Testament main, it was just kind of like, oh, like, so we're never playing the game again together. That's just how that's gonna go.
I don't think I've fired it up in a little bit. I bought some of the rest of the characters because I saw that Slayer was out.
Nice. Yeah.
I was not a Slayer player, but you know, I can appreciate the artistry, the dandyism, if you will. So, you know. You gotta have them.
Yeah. You need a little chivalry in your fighting games.
Yeah. And I need to know how to fight him because everyone's going to be using him for like months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to get past the Slayer meta. Period.
It's basically just like if he starts sliding on you, just poke him. But if you don't poke him, well, you're going to die. And if he knows you're going to try and poke him, then you're going to die. So it's real fun.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. The Slayer definitely teaches you how to pick up different games after you hit X on after you hit X on Strive.
Yeah.
Like,
Lucius Strive, I feel the character diversity evens out fairly quickly.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because everyone's
Not in my experience.
I think it's
Just because, but it's because I'm not good at the game.
because everyone does damage. Like you're not gonna find somebody who's not doing damage in that game.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
every single person can just like it's an interesting way of balancing because there's a lot of games who have the philosophy of just like if something is too strong, we really need to pull it back. You know, we need to make sure that everyone's having a good time. This is like, no, we need to make sure that you're killing everyone easier.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to kill everyone easier. I
Every
kind
single
of like that better.
Every single one of our characters is playing a different fighting game. And that is going to naturally balance things out because it is so wildly different. Every character is so fucking crazy and different from each other
Yeah.
that you can only learn how to deal with each one of them. And that becomes a different answer for whichever character you're playing as against them. You know, like
and
it's just
it's why it's very nice to you don't have to buy everyone, obviously, but if you do and you can run some counter strategies, well, it does help you out eventually. But
Yeah.
yes, there's a for some context as to what Hans was talking about.
Yeah, okay.
They added Soul Bad Guy, not literally, but just like
But an equivalent.
move set to Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I think people hated that. They were not ready.
Release a balance patch to completely nerf her.
Yeah. No, I really don't like the take backsies balance philosophy because I feel like that it's just like let the people who are having fun have fun, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, you're gonna have some people who are just gonna be walking on everybody for
Yeah.
a little bit. That happens. I played Blaze Blue. That game was all about walking on everybody. Like Kokonoe was a character who literally had like just like not infinite, but I think she had didn't she have like a one touch of death or something that was like she would make you like block something and then would just like break through the block.
Okay.
Like it would force you to a touch of death combo. And that was a game, even though the whole thing was about walking on everybody, touch of death was not a thing. And so that was the only time that they had to be like, okay, we went too far. But everything else, it was fair game, practically.
I just say I really enjoy when fighting games and especially Grand Blue come up. And I feel like it's come up in every one of our streams that we've done together because it's fun. I enjoy just you it triggers a thing in you where you just you just
Oh, yeah.
go. You just go. And I can just be here for a little bit as a guest on my own channel. I really enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy it.
It's funny though, because it's like I feel like whenever I play fighting games myself on my own channel, because I'm trying to focus, I don't do this.
You don't get a chance to actually talk about the stuff.
Like I could literally talk about a bunch of games and all of that, but it's like if I'm having to do that and focus on the game,
yeah,
it's just like, okay, but I'm getting beaten, so
yeah.
Ooh.
I tend to swing between either extreme. Either I am talking exclusively about what is going on in the game right now in this very moment, or someone will chime in with just like some random thing in chat that will just send me off on like a 45-minute tangent, and then I will be kind of like, where the fuck am I in this game? I will go on like these total like fugue states. Streaming fighting games actually helps play better, funnily enough.
Oh yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I feel like I probably did on stream better against you. You know, that's
yeah,
not saying
okay,
much.
yeah. Sorry,
But,
let me get
you know,
down. Sorry, hang on,
like,
you
better
dropped
than I
something.
would have.
It's the bar that's on the floor.
Yeah, but well, though, genuinely, it's like if you invited me to just hang out and play fighting games, which I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know why I would
But
either. We're not friends.
I don't know why you'd do that, but but it's like, let me invite this MMA fighter to come, you know, play catch with me or something.
Yeah, I'm doing some
But,
backyard wrestling. I got Conor McGregor coming over.
Yeah, no, let's get Shaq to for our little free throw game.
Yeah, for a friendly game of horse.
Sorry, I said free throw because I
Which
mixed up the punchlines
he's famously bad at.
Yeah,
I don't know that's like one of like 3 things I know about sports.
Yeah. I also know that he has to bend in to get into regular doorways because I saw him do that once. I genuinely did see that.
Wow. What a crazy piece of trivia that you know about Shaq. He's tall.
Yeah. Crazy. Wouldn't have been able to.
What else do you? What other mysteries do you have, Valeno?
I don't know. they say that he's not really that great at talking. I don't know. I don't know if you knew that.
That's you saying that this does not represent the views and opinions of Tony Blue 87 registered trademark EST 1987.
You're gonna register that with the 87 still in there, okay?
Yeah, well, it'd be too hard to track down all the vacant, unused Tony Blue accounts that are just not being logged into over the last all of my life.
You probably should pick up the eyes part again, right?
Oh my god. You know what's funny is I wanted to tell you this actually. The other oh god, this is probably now like last week at some point. Apropos of nothing, I don't know why. I went back and started watching old VOD stuff because I save everything locally. And I started watching, I actually decided to go back and watch my debut stream from a year ago when I started. Because I was just curious. It's just like, what was my energy like and everything? And I have gotten better for sure. But you're in my chat, and one of the first things that I talk about stream ideas that I have for what I want to accomplish on the channel is I specifically call out wanting to play through all of the Mega Man games.
Oh.
And you specifically say it's like, yeah, I've only ever really played Mega Man 8. And and it was like, yeah, we have been talking about one thing for a whole year. We have
and we convened on this one thing. But hey, I mean, at least you will be able to, after a little bit, finally say that you've been familiarized with the interconnected universes of the Draken franchise. So,
yeah, that's yeah. Another dark spot in my gaming history. It's just
Thank
like I've never
goodness we'll
beaten
have
all the
two
Mega Man
things to talk
games,
about.
and I don't know anything about Draken on the SNES. No, but the reason I brought that up is just because you reminded me, because I also went back and was watching some stuff from my Extra Life stream. And I went back and I watched the Rocket League gameplay that I did with Nan and Aethel. And they were asking me about like where my name came from and everything, and so I told the whole story about how it used to be Tony Blue Eyes. And they said the same, like Nan was just kind of like, you should put the eyes back on and just own it. And I was just like, no, it sounds lame. It sounds lame. It sounds.
But you know, if you ever get into GTA roleplay, no.
Oh, well, yeah.
You
Well, if I get into GTA roleplay, then yeah, I'm Tony Blue Eyes. And what do you need? You need a favor? You need something from me? You need.
Yeah, and you're also gonna toss the entire premise of the channel in the trash can. But, you know. Because you're gonna get stuck. You're never going to leave. That's 100% gonna be your life.
Genuinely, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could keep it up. And I know that's.
Well, I'm about to lose my job, so you know, I could pick up a new job. Like it could be, I could be a GTA role player.
It could be a GTA role player. Well, you know.
I'll have the time.
I was, as someone who has been doing improv for like 15 years, the idea of having to keep it up for that long in that kind of setting, with just like random people,
it should make the back of your head hurt.
Yes, it absolutely does. It's just kind of like that
not
sounds,
even the front, just the back.
That sounds like torture.
Yeah.
Because I have also done improv with people who don't really know what they're doing, and it's fine. It's fun. It's actually fun to play with that. But that's in like in a controlled environment, and it's on a stage. And
well, you're just going with like different levels of people, and
right.
Just
and everybody kind of
like what they want, what they're doing.
Yeah,
doing
everybody kind
all of that.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, it's just
a lot.
Yeah. Running into the weird people on like their weird like power trips because they have no influence like in their real lives, so they have to be bullies and now like this digital fucking video game world. Just kind of like, oh god, I can't do it.
Gotta diffuse and be real funny to everybody.
Yeah,
all the time. Just like, you know what? This person's looking for clips. We'll give them a clip.
Yeah.
Why not?
And I'm already doing that in my real life. So
Yeah.
why would I, like, I'm already funny guy quip man across the rest of my existence.
A real long history as Mr. Jason.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm going to find that episode. I will find it. And we will watch it on stream. I'll see if I can find that, but by the time we do whatever this roundup, whatever part 3 of this Mega Man X8 journey
that's
we're
2
on.
bits of homework. You gotta find all the capsules, and you gotta find the one capsule that contains the episode where you got 37 seconds of airtime.
Yeah. Guess which one I am looking forward to less.
Definitely the capsule. You'll find some time, I'm sure.
We'll find some time. No, it'll be nice to kind of like grind that stuff out like off stream.
Yeah,
because I won't have to be like so worried about just like if I die 50 times in a row in the same spot on a very easily avoidable spike trap, no one has to see that. There won't be any video evidence of it, so I can just kind of go about my life.
I'll just imply it for the for the rest of the time. I'll ask you to write it down, and so I can put a number up.
I'll have a board behind me of just notches that I've made.
And you get to reveal that the board was fake the entire time.
Exactly. Yeah. Reveal the board was fake, and then I take down these shelves are just a PNG.
Yeah, you unroll the green screen.
Yep.
With your background in it.
I just grab this light and just pull it away and drop it. All sorts of fun stuff we could do. I'm a visual effects guy. I could actually literally do all of that if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, you could. And frankly, I mean, you probably should check behind the green screen because I think I saw it moving. Because there might be a guy back there. I don't know if I heard him.
I want to thank Valeno for coming on the show tonight, being here on the channel. Thank you for everybody who's been hanging out this evening. Valeno, I did this to you last time, but I'm going to ask you to do it again. Do you want to tell the people what you're about and what they can expect to find? Should someone be around here lurking who's not already familiar with your whole thing?
Well, nah, I'm good.
Cool.
You do it for me.
All right. Well, there's the shout out for him. Go give him a follow if you are interested in various strategy games and various fighting games and all sorts of just good times with who
Mostly
I think is
Arknights.
genuinely one of the best voices on the internet. Go give Leno a follow. Yeah, we will find some time. Probably within, it's probably going to be another 2 weeks if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah. Hey, that's perfectly fair because like that's a lot of stuff that you gotta do.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
a lot of stuff tracked down. Well, and also just like my schedule and rehearsal schedule stuff and everything is picking up here on the shows that I'm working on. So a lot of whatever real life stuff that you guys don't need to concern yourself with. But
yeah, well, we could make it a bi-weekly series at this point.
Might as well.
Just saying.
Might as well. As soon as it, so 2 weeks from now we'll finish Mega Man X8, and then 2 weeks after that I'll be on Valeno's channel talking about Draken. So
okay, so you are going to make me play it then?
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not playing that shit.
Okay, fine. Well, you take Dragon View afterwards. You take the actual fun, good one.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
I didn't even hear what you said. I didn't hear the name of the game that you said.
No, well, okay. The second one's called Dragon View.
Dragon View. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. I'll play the sequel for sure.
Mm-hmm. I need to make sure it's not like actually too long though, because I would love to be around for you to actually play that. It's just if it's super long, then we're gonna be playing this into October.
Yeah, so, perfect. And then we'll wrap up Draken in October and then go right into Mega Man X7.
Sure, yeah.
I will say I'm not gonna hold either one of us to fully completing either of those games.
Yeah, but I'll do it for Draken because it's my favorite game ever.
That's fine. Huh?
It's not. It's just the first one.
You know what? I think I might be busy for the next every other Saturday.
Yeah. Not looking out there.
Well, we're gonna get the heck out of here, I think. Let's see who is on this evening. I do see that Monopolis is up.
Are they?
Doing stuff.
Yes. They are.
Well,
they're doing interviews with some of the members. This is ordinarily something I'd be doing.
I was going to say, isn't this your job? Shouldn't you be there right now?
Well, you know, I wanted to be. Yeah. It's not that I didn't want to be. I just wanted to do this more, you know?
Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah. Well, now I'm about to raid that channel and expose you for the for the irresponsible fraud that you are.
Well, let's see if let me check and see if they're ending or not though, because I feel like the interviews were usually kind of a certain length. I don't know.
I see.
Let me just check. Be sure.
If we do this,
it could be about to leave.
This would technically be the second time that we would have raided Lefarian after after one of these.
True.
That's what we rated on the previous one.
Oh, I got hit with an ad. Okay.
Sick. That's sick. That's really cool that you're not subscribed to your own show.
No, I'm just not logged in.
Oh.
Because I have Turbo. What are you, nuts?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, being able to keep my VODs for 2 months. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, don't you should get that already from just being affiliate, don't you?
No. Oh, okay. So they're still going, and they're talking about Baldur's Gate, so they're going to be there for 3 more hours.
All right. So we're gonna raid Monopolis.
All right.
Usually, Valeno is on there hosting the Lappin' Lounge, but that is a group of bunny-themed VTubers all working together and supporting each other. So we're gonna go support them as well. I'm taking tomorrow off, and then unfortunately I'm gonna be out for a lot of next week. The next stream, however, is going to be Wednesday night. We're going to be playing the remake of Riven. I am so fucking excited that that game is coming out. I'm so excited about it. So look forward to that. Thank you, Wonkno. I knew you'd be lurking around here. You always are. Thank you again, Valeno, for hanging out, being navigator.
Thank you for letting me be super useful the entire time.
Very useful. Always a step ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Always a step ahead and not letting me know about it. That's going to do it for us. Have an awesome rest of your night. Have a wonderful tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you guys Wednesday night for Riven. Between now and then, I hope you get to enjoy some gaming time. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.
See ya.